There it is. Hello and welcome back dito sa ating CFS PH Masters Fall 2023. Ako nga pala si Sneaky Frog, kasama ko si Salvatore. Nandito tayo sa ating third best of 3 of the day. And it is gonna be OGG versus ACxMJ. Bago natin ipasok yung discussion dito sa ating third game, let's go back to the second game, man. Let's get a bit of history between dito sa Exe and ang ating SBK Esports.
Well, that was just a back and forth, but it was ended on a clean sweep by ACxCreation, wherein SBK and ACxCreation had like an amazing Ankara show off, and it all boiled down to that amazing port, and it was just mind-boggling closing out series for ACxCreation. You could just tell the animosity between both teams because all teed off on one another, and it all fall short for SBK, and ACxCreation are the champions of Group B. So that is the recap for that second series we have delivered for you guys today. And let's shift our attention to this Group C finals. So do you believe, Sneaky Frogs, that the old gods will always remain on top instead of the new gods?
I don't know, man. I mean, OG, medyo magaling naman sila as a team. I think they're one of the teams that really mesh well together, no? Yung all-time members nila dito, and really the teamwork is one of their strongest points as a team. Kasi nga, they have been playing around for a while. But we're talking about ACxMJ here. ACxMJ is one of the teams that made it, or usually is one of the teams that makes it, no? Dito sa mga top 8 na tournaments natin. So we cannot underestimate that. But at the same time, we said that last time, we thought it wasn't going to be a close game against SBK. And SBK, they were here to play. But it seems like everyone in the finals, no? Meron silang, they have something to prove. Pwede nating sabihin dito.
It's just a different environment when the stakes are high, Sneaky Frog. So right now, ACxMJ versus Old God. So I could just how is this gonna pan out? OG definitely on the top spot, so it's all another like underdog, top dog story once again, wherein it's such a sight to see where underdogs prevail. But you guys, I hope you guys all have your money and your words on tag of your pocket, because we will be previewing the action right in front of you in minutes time. Is it going to be OG win or ACxMJ win? Let us know, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to get some insights, Sneaky Frog. So how would you describe this matchup, and like who do you think will prevail on this one?
I think, OG, no? Dami nilang experience as a team, and even if we don't count that them playing together for the longest time, you already know yung tendencies, no, ng mga kakampi mo, what they do when this flash happens, or when this smoke, when this nade. That connection could be something, or could be a force para dito sa side ng OG, and ACX does have to worry about it. But at the same time, no, ACX, that's a tenured team, man. Meron na silang time with each other here. So I would say both sides, I wouldn't say equal, no. I think ACxMJ, they do have the slight advantage, but we do have names in just a bit, and there it is. OG, we do have Yatsby, Eduardo Romero, OG, Secret GD, Mark, Kevin Chan, Sky Wu, I like that name, Marvin Huerva, Chumat, Matthew Garcia, Jabay SMRE, I think Jabay Smur, that's what they called him last time, and Gerald Base, and of course their substitute Ronnie Renz Mapilog, also known as Ron Easy.
Wow, okay, so different. Possibly Renz is okay, it's still Ronnie.
Yeah,
okay,
Ron Easy.
So that's his name. Yeah, it's still an occurring theme, Sneaky Frog. But do not let the name deceive you guys. This is still a formidable team, whether or which player is gonna play. You know, it's in the top of their game. So let us take us through to ACxMJ, where it's such a sight to see where these players have come deep into this tournament facing OG. And right now, remember their names. It's team leader AMJ Vicent, and Tejavu Jude Christian Del Rosario, AMJ Heck. It's Kurt Castañares, Ahex. Is it Ajax or
I think it's Ajax.
I think it's Ajax. AJ Ian Dave Ramirez cries on Annie cries Abelia, and their substitute, which is Zeke, known as Ryan Sondo, as he breaks the spell of using your real name as IGN.
There it is. A lot of hype around this Heck guy, man. I mean, Heck has been playing this game for a while, and he's been in the upper echelon dito ng ating mga Crossfire tournament, so he knows how to perform when it comes to these situations. And not just that, since he is the one of the best snipers here in PH. Could be the big threat para dito sa side ng OG. But if they can shut him down, there is a possibility that there might be a turnaround galing dito sa side ng OG. But they really have to specifically target
Compound.
some of these players. But Compound, I love it, man.
Oh,
That map
five.
is gonna be a bit hard para kay Heck to snipe despite the long angles na meron sila dito. But the sniper isn't really yung main point dito sa Compound, no?
It is a sad day for all of us Black Widow enjoyers, as we are still not seeing Black Widow in the flesh, guys. Also as Eagle Eye, so I'm really surprised that Eagle Eye is not being picked. I feel like it's still on a sort of an adjustment phase wherein we don't want to
Not just yet.
we don't have like time frame to absolutely study Eagle Eye, but this compound is gonna be something really, really nice for both teams, wherein if you favor aggression over anything, then Compound is here for you. It all has like sneaky angles, definitely has the B spot where it's the creme de la creme of sites because of how much leniency it towards on the long angles. But I feel like snipers are gonna like shine on this map, definitely. And if all goes to shove, Ankara will be the second map choice for the respective team that chose that. And I feel like Ankara is still on the echelon, as you say, that is one of those maps that are so complex that both teams who play unorthodoxly will be like a good playing ground for them. So I'm more excited on the game number 2, but let's see what's in store for game number 1. ACxMJ versus OG. Do not go anywhere, guys.
Yeah. I mean, there is the Compound, right? There is the Compound threat. Once again, who is going to get first into lower B? Who's going to be first in towards the mid side? Who's going to be the first in towards the long side? It's all about timings, man. In this map especially. I mean, LB, one of the hardest fought places in and around the map here. I mean, you're gonna see at least 2 or 3 nades committed to that certain angle para lang hindi makuha ang control, because that is such a powerful spot once you do have it. But still, a lot of options para dito sa side ng Global Risk. I think it is a slightly Global Risk-sided map kasi the rotations are heavily towards the side of them, unless may ginawa dito ang ating Blacklist side, taking mid, preventing the rotation from happening, especially dito sa B. Definitely they can get away with some stuff here.
It's all playground, playing field, no rules whatsoever for both teams. As if you want to play your own Crossfire blueprint, you can play it here, especially on a map like Compound. So OG versus ACxMJ. Do not go anywhere, guys. This is not just the game that you will be tuning into, as we also have a 4th best of 3 later on.
I think
after
that's
this.
Gaon Gaming Black versus Big Trippings.
Big
Gaon
Trippings.
Gaming Black, which is Gaon Gaming's academy team, or yun nga, their second team. I like to call it academy team kasi ano naman, that's the new
roots.
That's the new terms na ginagamit natin in 2023, and hopefully we do see some stuff as well galing sa kanila dito. I mean, they showed really some really nice plays in their first game, but now they're up against Big Trippings, one of the few teams na, you know, despite not being sponsored, I would say Big Trippings, they have a good read on the game. Maganda yung kanilang paglaro ng Crossfire. They also have their own respective teamwork. So hopefully, ayun nga, no, they can definitely show out in this game against a GGB. But yeah, I mean, back to the game in between OG and ACxMJ here. I think ACxMJ definitely crowd favorite dito sa ating game, and everyone is kind of expecting them to just roll over itong OG, but at the same time, I'm not so sure, my friend. You gotta be careful kasi nga, just like we said, it is the finals now. Both teams won their respective best of 3s first before they got here, so they know, they've already been tested, so alam na nila what it is like to win and have the taste of it. But we are gonna be going into it in just a bit, of course. But speaking of winning, man, ACxMJ, they have done that a lot as well, especially just like I said, this man Heck could be unstoppable if he does have the momentum in towards their side. But ACxMJ, hopefully we do see some counter-stratting, no? I want to see some counter-stratting from the side of OG para ma-prevent lang nila from certain win conditions to happen para dito sa side ng ACxMJ, kasi yung ginagawa ng ACxMJ dito, they take fast map control and then once again they just wait. You know, the classic na nakita natin kanina.
Like I mentioned, man, all teams are like an open book right now. It is an open canvas for all teams screening their potential opponents in the finals of the fall. My goodness, this is just the animosity, like the attitude coming in from
Yeah.
all of these teams, just dying over that possibility na kami na yung magre-represent sa group namin para kami yung maging overall champion. It's all a sight to see for this coming Barton Burner derby between OG versus ACxMJ. OG taking on that GR spot, like you mentioned. Possibly OG getting that better edge on the first half of this game number 1. With ACxMJ, they're going to be having some sort of control on a specific angle of the map, and I feel like they'll play around on that one. But with this setup, GR, specifically OG, they are going to, like you mentioned, use that strat over and over again. So, like with all of this, port is not port, compound. So compound is something that OG is gonna play around. Wherein, of course, it is very tactical like, but it is a new breed of gameplay. Once OG whips out like a very nice game plan for ACxMJ's overall aggression.
Yeah.
So with this, Steve Frog, I feel like we are in for something really nice for OG versus ACxMJ.
Yeah, I mean, ACxMJ, of course, man. I mean, they do have a shot, right? I mean, the biggest thing that you can do here in the Blacklist side is yun nga, kumuha ka ng mid control, get both sides of mid, but at the same time, you gotta commit to only one side because you do not want to get sandwiched as much as possible because the thing is with Crossfire, you cannot take every single map control at the same time, so you really have to pick and choose your battles dito. And pag hindi nyo pinili na maayos, especially dito sa may mid side, you are gonna pay with your life and even a -1 point. But, ayun nga, no, seems like OG, they're gonna start on the more favorable side of the situation. And let's see, paano nga sila mag-dead defend dito? I mean, the main thing para dito sa side ng OG, no, how good is gonna be your sniper? And how well can you defend itong mid side? Because mid, bagsakan. Bagsakan talaga dito sa may mid side. B, magkakabagsakan sa LB from time to time, but B side is still, our mid side is still quite the battle talaga, no? Kasi that gives you the most control in and around the mapa natin. Not just that, if you do take mid control, kung kayo yung blacklist dito, the amount of rotations that you can cut off is really just insane.
May the best team win. So it is OG versus ACxMJ, ladies and gentlemen. Grab your seats, grab your popcorn, and put that definition up to 720p because we are in for a treat. OG versus ACxMJ. And oh my god, so I really want to put some emphasis on movement because I feel like this map deserves so much light that this gives movement some sort of like a good connection with it. There's so many off angles, there's so many spots wherein you could like weirdly put the bullet in the enemy's body, unorthodox in an unorthodox way possible. So whether it would be OG or ACxMJ whipping out the big guns of how crazy are we gonna play this game. So gaano kabaliw namin ilalabas yung mga baril namin. That's like the theme of this map or like the theme of this game. So kung paano ko sasabihin na ACxMJ is gonna do that? Well, okay, just imagine you're playing hopscotch on a bed of nails.
Oh,
that's
tough one.
Oh yeah, so that's an amazing. So if you are old gods, you're playing pinball using like wood and the ball is made out of steel. So how crazy are they gonna be? Nakakaiba. Pero all in all, this gameplay serves its purpose that this map combined with the players playing inside of it, it's an arena for madness, Sneaky Frog.
Yeah, I mean, Compound, of course, I've played it countless of times.
We played it
in the ranked games. I think it is one of the most popular maps pagdating dito sa CF, I think, outside of Black Widow and New Greece, of course. New Greece, the classic, yung ultimate FFA sniper map, pwede nating tawagin dito. But yeah, I think Compound, definitely there's a lot of layers pagdating sa mapa na yun. A lot of mid control, just like I said, mid control could be the way to go, but there's options as well. Taking yung storage room dito sa A site, and if you can take your storage room dito sa A site, you have a bit of a threat to move on forward dito. No, you really don't have to push it in just yet. No, may oras pa naman kayo.
Okay.
Daming oras on the clock. I think 2 minutes to be exact. So, no use talagang madaliin yung mga sides nila dito. But at the same time, some people, they do want to exploit the timings.
we've seen that countless of times where discipline will get the better of the enemy team. So how crazy is this map combined with discipline, with the discipline of the players that are showing? It's all for action here, ladies and gentlemen. But with the time that you mentioned, how will this be an important factor? Is very much all of the teams I've watched as we continued all day has been playing around the time so perfectly well, whether it would be buying off some time or just clearing off one specific angle. Then once the timestamp starts, you rotate. That's how disciplined these players are. And with a map like Compound, of course, time is also a necessity to play around. But how big of a factor it would be, like some crazy team like OG and ACxMJ play around that time. They couldn't even play it, or they could just go ham bone, go storage, go mid, and something like that, and it would be called for a day for this series. But no, they have to play it really smartly. They have to play the time.
It is kind of hard to play like super aggressive.
Oh yeah.
In this map, because you know the implications of the map. This map, the only cover that you have in the middle is a
this map
container
is punishing,
and
man.
the box on top of it, bro. That's it. That's your cover for mid, bro, and nothing else. Grabe.
The developers knew what they were doing when they were making this map. They
For sure.
want this map to be like sneaky beaky. It is no aggression for this one. And as you see, we are inside of the battlefield right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 1, OG versus AMJ. So with all of this now panned out for both teams, I feel like the action taken for AMJ is play around the angle wherein OG cannot counteract.
Ooh.
Despite the utilities, despite the rotation, I feel like their coverage of the map currently could be adjusted.
Yep, big by Vincent though. Nakuha niya na nga ang connector control dito, but he does get spotted. He has to be careful. Why with the repeat, man? I know you do have the confidence, but not just now. Has to back off. AMJ, nawalan na sila ng isa dito, but still, it is pretty winnable galing sa kanila, but they might lose a lot of control dito sa mapa, especially sa mid and especially sa LB, where you do need a bit of numbers.
Numbers indeed, Sneaky Frog, and like your name states that they have to play it really sneaky. And meanwhile, this man is on a wrecking crew right now. Yachts are on a pursuit. This man puts out the contract for all AMJ's members. Gets a big 3K, 53 seconds left on the clock. May oras pa. Here comes the retaliation. Oh my god, AMJ are just doing something reminiscent of Yachts' ability to get a pick off.
Yeah. Heck, kailangan niya pa kumuha ng tatlo dito though. Not in his hands. Just in case, but man, one person, actually two people dito sa may battery side, one dito sa my corner, and now we are gonna see just them holding in the stairs side, making sure that it is a sure angle, pero 24 seconds na lang natitira. The speed kit takes 4 seconds to defuse, but can they find it in time? Flash is gonna be a bit short. Heck, gonna get sprayed through, hindi na yata posible to. ATEX is gonna go down. Heck, only with the sniper and the dream. The quick scope not gonna work, and Jabay is gonna get it. Heck is gonna go down. Damn, Yats. Round 1, nagpakitang gilas, pare.
Wala namang pinipiling round o oras para magpakitang gilas naman. So Yachts getting a big 3K that gave the OG the momentum that they want in terms of rotating. But AMJ, they did have some slight of hope, but the numbers advantage was too much for them. So I feel like AMJ cannot retreat, but just go and push forward because they know but that the numbers of OG is too much, that flanking will be a possible threat for them. So they just had to push. So it was a coin flip, and it was risky, and AMJ fought till the end on that one. So with this setup for OG, it's still a disciplined round for both teams. So AMJ is not liking the OG's playstyle, and I feel like they're not patient with this. So AMJ has the angle. OG does have better positioning though. So I feel like it is a battle of mindsets. Who's stronger? Who has a stronger mental on this one? So discipline is the game. I feel like AMJ is not gonna rely on that one. God.
1 minute and 15 though, taking their sweet time. Not much to take. Actually, galing sila dito sa may long side and they slowly transition since there's not much mid control galing sa side ng AMJ. Instead, going into LB and no one's gonna be LB. Walang sasagot so far galing sa side ng OG, but I think Vincent is in a perfect position para lang maka-off angle dito, but Jabai is gonna spot one.
Jabai.
I think he should back off.
Oh my god, he did not reach out on that one. The risk factor is too much. There's like 5 members, like 5 nameplate go in, but this util is not doing some favors for him. There is still no entry point for OG to go in.
Oh damn.
But oh my god, Jabaismer takes down Heck. Heck is now down. The aggression of AMJ just shifted towards the enemy team. OG. My god, it's a trade after a trade, calling a barter. Yacht is the only one that's alive. 15 seconds, no C4 being planted. Dangerous game by OG. AMJ, everything is connecting like playing connect the dots. OG gets outclassed.
There it is, AMJ. Grabe naman yun. It was just a good old defense dito sa site. And OG could not get the kills just in time in that situation. I mean, that was a good plan. Galing sa side ng OG, man. They went long first, baited something out. They went mid next, baited something out. And then they went LB, and then they went back to mid. And they somehow killed Heck, but they could not capitalize, man. It's not only Heck. You gotta remember, it's the rest of the team as well. Why AMJ?
And Mouse, who gets picked off, dies, then other one rotates, dies, flanks, gets the round. Feel like that's the recurring theme for this. But ooh, Heck, best angle possible, and Yachts did not expect that one. He was like having a good movement on that one, peeking that, but you know, better crosshair, I should say. So let's go back to the action that is transpiring here. So, game plan for OG, shoot everybody. My god, who is gonna pop off for OG? Shumat gets the sniper. AMJ needs to be warned that they have a long-range assailant for OG. Vincent, Tajavu, and Cries are still intact for a possible comeback of a round, despite the numbers advantage of OG. This is still looking good so far for AMJ if they could play around OG's very tactical-like gameplay. AMJ is riding on the gravy train that we have to be disciplined. Here comes some shots. Not connecting. Tajavu gets down the util so he could retreat so far enough. Vincent, what a shot, but gets outclassed once again by Shumat. Cries is right there. Gets the flank of a lifetime. Here comes a reach out by Jabaismer and gets a tap to the head. Jabaismer is really healthy compared to Tajavu. Health advantage towards the OG side. AMJ, what are you gonna do? If I'm Tajavu, what are you gonna do?
Oh! 1 HP dito kay Ted. Oh, but Ted clutched it though. Naka AK-47 siya, bro. He had the headshot, 1 tap to the face, and it's done. Grabe.
Oh my.
That was like a 19 HP clutch galing dito kay Ted Javu, who was 1 away from that cult. And 2-1 AMJ. Seems like it's working para sa kanila dito.
Everything is working. Is that the game plan for OG? MJ has the momentum, but OG, can they connect with a possible aggressive push on here? So this is the angle I was talking about on how pressured it would be to have these utils being thrown out, and there is no counter util. So with all of this off angle and one way. Oh my god, Shumat, peek on that one. That's a nasty, gnarly. Heck is doing some review. I think merong Google Drive ata to na mga magagandang
Oh
angle.
my god, do you see the guy under you, brother?
I feel like he didn't see that. It was just, we are gaslighting ourselves that we see
Yeah,
that.
it's just nameplates.
Yeah,
Nameplates moving in front of us.
It's nameplates, man. Oh my god. It is a 3-dimensional world for AMJ right now, as OG are trying to find the whereabouts of one of their own, because how fast will they be able to rotate AMJ's crassness? AMJ waiting on that. Sneaky Frog. Oh my god. This is all for good if OG has the rotation that AMJ has. But sadly enough, if you can see, AMJ are not grouped compared to OG, so one after the other, one is gonna die, but it's going to be easily picked off by one member of OG. Here comes. Wait, time, discipline. They're still playing on the time. 40 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. You are not deceived. This is the longest round we have ever seen. There's still
35.
no victim of a bullet in the body, ladies and gentlemen. Yats is a pixel away from death by the angle of Heck. Here comes some shots. Finally, someone is now down. Shumat is on the heads of ACx. My goodness, ACx is now down as well.
Look behind you. Behind.
Oh my god, what a goal by Jabaismer. 3v4. Here comes a push by Jabaismer. 9 seconds left.
No time.
No,
There's
the
time.
guys have the time. They were able to play around the time. Sneaky Frog.
He's
But
waiting for a
man,
teammate.
advantage towards AMJ, I should
Oh.
say.
Oh!
What a goal by Yats. He has one enemy away from a possible clutch. He has the gun advantage.
Woo!
No!
Heck still gets it.
Switching
That's crazy.
to your secondary is faster, everybody.
God damn, that was like a pistol versus pistol fight na nangyari dito sa mga entrance natin. 3-1 and it went down to the wire. What is with this game? Mga sponsored na teams, they're sweating dito sa ating game. Grabe, AMJ. They're still down to the 1v1s. It's not as far-fetched as we used to think. OG, of course, keeping it close at least dito sa game natin, but still, the reality is they are down 2 points. AMJ taking full advantage of what advantage they have dito sa ating round. But look at how many nameplates are in the LB side. Pero si ACx mahuhulog na dito dahil kay Secret. And Yats is low though.
Secret and company are all in for a treat, possibly. MJ still playing on that side we're in. Sige, makaka-pick off kami dito. With all of this, Jabaismer is going to peek off that angle from Heck. And they would know where the whereabouts of all the GR is. So if they're able to capitalize on that one, ang daling araw para sa OG na to. Are the old gods, or the OGs, the strong practitioners of discipline, or the almighty ones, AMJ? Definitely their insignia tells it off that we will fight till the end. You might take our lives, but you will never take our spirit. That is, oh my god, it is still a back and forth matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Your eyes does not deceive you. This action
what a
is
shot.
transpiring in front of your screen. It is all she
Goodbye.
wrote for both teams. OG, and AMJ just battling off and teaming off one another. Ted Jabu is the only one that's alive after Heck is now down in the hands of Yatsby. Whoa, what a
good
beat by
shot.
Ted!
Oh.
But Jabaismer was there on the right. Perfect time. Timing, you said, Sneaky Frog. Ang gandang application nito.
Jabaismer, what was that out of nowhere? Sobrang losable na yung round na yun para sa side ng AMJ, but OG, they have a savior in his, he is called Jabay SMRE. Don't you forget that name. And ACx though, grabe. Aggro, once again, he's tired of this oppression na binibigay dito ng OG, pero Skywoo, good shot through the box.
Skywoo knows his angles really well. Knows the whereabouts of anyone. I feel that AMJ could pull this off if and only if OG is able to apparently did a brain fart that we are going to rotate like right now as we speak, because AMJ has like the good positioning, I would say. Like their placement of everybody, especially Heck, could be the detriment of OG, wherein OG's aggression could be the best of them, I feel like. But AMJ, here comes.
Good shot.
Here comes some shots. And Heck gets a big one. Can they replicate on that one? As I know their momentum is still on to them. And Jabaismer just peek on your left. He was too quick on it. And here comes the nameplates, like you mentioned. We all know where they are, but with the decreased vision of the they cannot capitalize on that one. Here comes the rotation as they are quick on the draw, as this map is very sneaky beaky like, because one moment you're at A and now you're at ramp and now on your upper, and what the hell, this map is crazy. And it's both crazy because AMJ and OG is playing on it. Wow.
My god, Secret getting most of these kills. 30 seconds left on the clock. AMJ, meron pa nandito sa side, and that's gonna be Vincent. How has he not gotten the kill just yet? There's so many people. East side, he's trying to navigate around the batteries, and with the run and gun on the AK-47, si Jabay living so long, and grabe naman si Jabay dito. Once again.
Okay.
12 frags, bro, 12. The next guy up is 5. That's Yats.
12 kills to Jabay, and he ties off the game for OG, carrying the team on his backside. It's everything. Just name your team Jabaysmer, because he's definitely the franchise right now. Just looking at it, 12 kills. Like, the highest one on AMJ is 6. So he's like half of the contribution he's doing to his team compared to Jabaysmer, where everything is so good for OG right now that AMJ needs to step up. But with AMJ showing, I feel like they do not have to go over with the strat that they are dealing right now. This passive matchup is on a good note, actually. So Jabaysmer is speaking on that one, and heck, what the heck was that? So now it's a 4v5 quickly like that, with a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump for AMJ outside of this map. I feel like they could have some sort of control towards A, but with this setup by OG, it could still be possible.
Yeah, definitely. That's for sure. Jabay already taken down. That's the final boss, at least dito na OG. Out of commission para sa kanila dito. AMJ, di pa sila gumagalaw masyado though. They don't really have to. And Ajax, nakuha na nga si Yats. And now he can just back up. He already got the pick, pero grabe. He's just actually guessing with the bangs dito sa may box, and somehow nadamay dito yung sniper ng OG.
Oh my god. Here comes the push. AMJ, all kill feed. All of the kill feed is favorable for AMJ. And that is the summary I need to tell you guys, that AMJ is running over OG on round number 8. My goodness, that was just something else. I mean, round number 7, I should say. So, my goodness, AMJ, OG, this is like the most back and forth we have seen so far, Sneaky Frog. And we could call this a series right now, but I'm positive it's gonna go down to the wire on a possible overtime angle. Or, the best of it, AMJ goes in for a AMJ goes in for an execration momentum sort of, wherein they get 4 rounds and OG cannot recover on that one. But I'm not seeing on that one with how play styles of AMJ and OG is going to pan out. Heck, has the angle of a lifetime once again. Jabaysmer is right there. Ajax is close to a possible push, but there's so much risks on this one. This sort of setup for OG and AMJ is, I feel like this map is stopping both teams to play aggressive, so they're playing around the time, so there is no quick pick-ups. That is why.
Yeah, I think AMJ, antay lang talaga sila antay at that point. Don't really have to go forward, no, man. Usually, yung aggressive play nga dito sa mapa na to is that LB push, but for now, AMJ is just gonna focus it towards mid instead. But yun nga lang, just like you said, the AWM does have that reduced vision, and it seems like Heck got punished for it. Chumat, nakuha na nga rin si Vincent. And on the other side, Chris, can you defend this on your own? There's gonna be one guy needs a window, but he does run out of ammo eventually. But the rest of the squad is finally fighting in. Nandito naman yung C4 ng kalaban. Chris with a good shot. Ajax as well. Pero sa Secret, nagagaling din sa likod. Skywoo with a golden. And there it is. Skywoo with a 2K OG palaban dito sa compound.
Okay, so timestamp. When the time reaches 50 seconds, I feel like that's where the action of OG and AMJ's mindset turns into, we need to kill people right now, or we risk the factor of prolonging this and having the C4 planted, or get an off angle that gets picked off by a flank. Because they're reading so much of both teams' ability to rotate. OG could counteract AMJ, and vice versa, in which they don't have any choice to force a firefight, force some utils being thrown out, or even get an off angle for both snipers, then succeed in getting the contracts of these players right here. So, with this round, AMJ is laid back, OG is also laid back. They're like, you know, there's like a wall dividing OG and AMJ for fighting right now. But they're just, nah, the risk is too much.
Wala eh.
These
It's
people,
like,
ayaw nilang mag-risk
parang
pre.
pwedeng sabihin nating laro ang pustahan. Kasi seryoso talaga.
Wala talagang pumupusta sa OG tsaka AMJ. Ayaw nila mag-commit.
Oo,
Ba't
oo.
takot ba kayo mag-commit, guys? I mean,
Whoa. Yo, chill!
Okay.
Yo, chill!
Yeah, we gotta chill.
Baka ma-call out yung mga...
Sorry po.
Yung mga... Nako po.
Naku.
Wag na natin sabihin.
Wag na po.
1 minute.
Please.
though.
Ako lang po magsasabi na. Wag niya. Don't quote me on that one.
Ay. 1 minute left on the clock though. Plenty of time para dito sa OG para gumawa dito sa ating mapa. Long is the way to go. Boom! Diretso sa ulo dito ni Deja Vu. And mukhang yung A-site ang target dito ng ating OG. Deja Vu na wala na agad din yung isang defender dito sa A-site. Pero nasaan na nga ang kampo ng OG? Ano ba yung kukunin nila dito? Si Ajax ang nakaharang habang nandito si Chris. Nagbe-bait lang sa computer room. Pero dito na yung rotate ni Vincent. Agro peek, that's one. Pero good trade galing kay Yats. That's a sniper kill as well. He needs to not peek that angle. Si Yats naka-sniper pa naman. Pero si Chris has to be careful from his backside just in case. Pero binaba na agad yung bomba sa harap ng kalaban. Grabe naman, in-ecoms lang tapos binaba.
Heck, what the heck are you doing? Chumat trades off Ajax. Eto na, 3v2. Here comes the C4 now. Planted all in favor of the Blacklist, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke is stopping the roots of the GR side to push. And what an amazing setup of that side, Sneaky Frog. Kung titignan mo, the GR side, lahat sila, despite going for a flank, bakit ka magpa-flank kung lahat naka-smoke? Number 2, it was all uppers from OG, and they're just reaping everything that whenever someone walks up, they could just easily kill them off. And that is just the start of the run of OG. I feel like that round is like a foundation to build this sort of territory. OG has something in store for the second half.
That is true. That is true. AMJ. Slowly but surely though. Meron na silang LB control this early. It's only 1 minute and 50 dito sa ating oras. Heck.
Okay.
Muna papasok dito. It has to be sabay-sabay. Nasa na yung kanyang kakape rito. Where's the guy right behind him? It's actually gonna be covered by Mr. Yats. What a two-man play. Galing dito kay Secret at kay Yats. Nakanood na ako sa bintana. Ikaw naman dito sa pinto. Yats. With another shot na Vincent. Tinalon na nga dito si Secret. Kaya pa ba kumuha ng isa? He's right there. You can smell him. Pero mag-back up na lang, man. Pero ang ganda ng plano ni Yats dun, man. They're just like, it's pretty simple. You watch door, I watch window. We got good angles.
You scratch my back, I scratch back, I scratch yours. Game plan ni OG, no? But let's see. AMJ could possibly win this round if walang internet si OG. But sadly, oh my God, okay, pwede na, okay. Oh my God! Caster Curse! Vincent saving the odds for AMJ. This man has no health, but is doing so much contribution.
So what is going on?
7.
It's all 7.
It's the lucky number for AMJ. That's why it is their lucky day. AMJ returning the favor onto OG.
Yeah.
And what the hell?
Dami mo daw sabi, Salvatore.
Di ko alam na may ganyan pala kayo. Bigla yung nilabas nung sinabi ko.
Ay. AMJ, what a recovery. Galing dito kay Vincent, man. He's been doing it for the past few as well. Ajax, the anchor now. The guy pushing the offensive line forward para sa kanyang team. Pero tignan mo naman, napakabilis ng rush dito ni Vincent. Gusto niya nang pupatay agad dito sa gilid. Pero napatay siya dito ni Secret. Vincent, kaya ba matrade? Si Chris nakuha na nga, pero si Jabay na naman with the trade. Di sila pwede mag-overcommit. Alam mo naman si Jabay, he does have the aggressive ideation dito. Pero tinamaan si Chumat. 3v3 all of a sudden, but still, naka-lockdown pa yung B-site dito.
Okay. Kalmado lang. Di mo na ako ebas. Baka, piling ko pinipintasan na ata ako ngayon eh. Pero, let's go back to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2v2. Jabay and Yats, only one alive. I feel like this push could force Jabay and Yats be aggressive, but with AMJ, yeah, they're playing their stakes really nice. So, it is all good for AMJ, but OG, they are threatened by AMJ right now. So, okay, so they're playing the OG blueprint from round number 7 if I'm not mistaken. So let's go back. OG has that angle, and AMJ cannot have some sort of aggression right now.
Big shot.
Yachts gets a big
Sniper
quick.
versus sniper.
Oh my God!
Nice shot galing dito kay Heck. Pulling out the pistol. I like the honorable battle na meron sila doon. F the snipers, labas mo na yung pistol. We're just gonna shoot each other with it. Pero yun na nga, AMJ. Heck wins the 1v1. Grabe. That's gonna give AMJ the lead and possible confidence for the rest of the game dito.
No big lead. It's just one after
just
one.
one.
After
It feels big.
one. No big lead. It's just one differential for both teams. They're just bartering off the trades that they have so far. Jabaismer still the highest fragger for Team OG, with all of them having some good contributions, I would say. Despite Skywoo not having the performance that he wants, Skywoo is delivering some good intel after flank, despite him being peeled off really, really early. There's so much that AMJ is playing out on Jabaismer compared to the ones like Trumat and Skywoo. So, OG, makakabawi. Makakabawi naman talaga sila. Pero kung sa nakikita ko, AMJ definitely has that some sort of like blueprint na, wait lang, ilalabas ko kalagitnaan ng laban. Heck has that angle named up after him. Trumat takes down Heck, finally shutting down the pursuit of Heck before he causes another commotion. 6-5, ladies and gentlemen. Edge of the seat gameplay for AMJ, as once that clock starts at 40 seconds like Cinderella, it is all warfare for AMJ, and they're not letting it up to that time frame as Ajax and company is starting the warfare right now. Secret, asa na nga ba? Walang Secret ang hindi nabubunyag, at makikita ka pa rin ng AMJ with this threat of a C4 plant. What is the threat for Secret? Nothing else but the blood of his enemies. OG on the backside of Secret could clutch this out. One more victim on his way. 20 seconds left before the C4 explodes. Oh my God!
Fire peak galing dito kay Vincent. Crouch, para sakto lang ang spray. And ACxMJ, mukhang sila na nga ang merong 2-point lead dito sa ating game. OG, mukhang nahuhuli na sila dito sa compound. I think they're feeling the brunt dito ng ating blacklist side. We did say that this is more GR, but it seems like it's all BL for now.
Oh, hell is broken loose. Sneaky Frog. Eto na! Sobrang agang labanan, guys! Wala nang pinipiling oras, walang kinikilingan, walang pinatutungunan. Oh my God! What a flank! One member left for AMJ. OG trying to go back and make a comeback for this. The largest lead is 2 points, and they're close to dropping it to just 1. AMJ, where is the pursuit? You are definitely bloodied up, man.
Yeah.
So, what is the gameplay?
Headshots only. That's all you got to bank it kung ikaw si Ajax dito. AK-47 in your pocket. And you better make sure na ulo yung unang tatama dito. Especially in this game, that's a tough task. Considering how the movement works. Ajax spotted agad. Hey, that's gonna be good. Oh, it's a bit wide. Kung nag-bounce sa wall, men, tapos pumunta doon.
Kahit dun sa on top of the box lang, would have been a big double for that frag. And that would have been a good highlight. Nice try by Secret right there. So, Tejavu, Cries, and Vincent are all in for in storage. But with this, I feel like OG could have something in store na hindi ko alam na ilalabas pa nila. It is all but similar gameplays from OG, but AMJ could ante up the stakes here, ladies and gentlemen. It's still game number 1, but the animosity, the environment, and the aggression is already looking like a 1-1 score, as all of this will lead to a $500 prize for the champion of Group C, as Skywoo wants to celebrate early, bringing out the big guns on the head of Cries. Where are the rest of AMJ? Says OG, we want to finish this. And once that clock starts at 40 or 50, it's pandemonium, Sneaky Frog.
Yup. 4v5 situation, Chris, na wala na agad. Deja vu. At si Vincent, buhay na buhay pa naman. So it is a possibility that they can still get something started. But yeah, they're choosing the right site. This is definitely the site known that you do want to swarm. Kasi even in those 4v5 and 5v4, or 4v5 and 3v5 situations, you can still play yung batteries dito. Pwede ka maging sobrang kulit. I'm surprised no one's playing SMG, honestly. Pero seryoso na kasi yung laban eh.
Okay. Told you that certain time frame wherein the pandemonium will start, and we're 3 seconds away from seeing some action. Here comes a peek, possibly. Does not challenge on that one. He's taking camper lessons from
they're
all
they're waiting for a reaction
right now.
They're waiting for a reaction dito.
ACx, where's no util, no util whatsoever.
Yep. Oh, the flash is short.
It's not enough for Teja.
Bounce.
It's not enough for Yatsby to get
Winnable.
blinded on that one. 17 seconds left on the clock. 3v2 action here as it is not done. Here comes a push coming in from Vincent as he gets gunned down. It's just OG on the kill feed, ladies and gentlemen. They took their time and they went home with the bacon. AMJ gets outclassed. OG ties up the score.
Yep, there it is. Secret, nag-aantay lang siya dun sa gilid, man. He was waiting for the right time to strike the entire time. And it seems like it worked for him in this one. Napatay up pa nila yung score dito sa ating Global Risk side. Will this be the GR finally working in the favor of OG? We're just gonna have to wait to see. Pero medyo malapit na yun. Heck got 2. And another player got 1. So OG still. Good defense para sa kanila dito.
What is this crazy happening, Sneaky?
Yeah.
This is just like any other round, but compared to the ones that we've seen, OG are compared to AMJ, they're all like grouped up into a rotation where if someone gets caught, it's easily gonna answer back.
Wow.
What the hell was that? Skywoo.
Di nakita ni Heck. It was through the fences and through the vents on towards the site.
Oh my god. This is getting crazy out of hand, Sneaky Frogs. With all of this, I feel like there has to be something or like a factor that OG has to pull out for AMJ to use that as their advantage. AJax. God, they lined up on the bullet of Skywoo. It's just one member that's alive. But would you believe Skywoo cleaning house? But AJax is not done as he gets a gold one onto Shumat. And Jabaismer finishing things off. Highlight after highlight after highlight from Team OG. What the hell was that, Skywoo? And AMJ has everything in that round. But surprisingly enough, Skywoo existed in this world and wanted to play competitive Crossfire and ruined that round for AMJ. Here comes a retaliation round for AMJ. This is a foundation for OG to force match point. But AMJ still has the rally, the flag, their insignia high up in the air para makabawi pa na ulit ng isa pa, forcing an 8-8. Now, with all members relatively healthy, there's still no rotation for OG because they know once AMJ pushes, one is gonna flank. Pero yun yung palaging game plan ng OG, hindi na nababago. They just have to rely on one pick-off from member and one pick-off from any member, and OG is gonna continue. Tuloy-tuloy na lang gagawin yun. Tapos si AMJ manlilin lang. So AMJ has to do is answer back with everything OG is offering. Possibly get the off angles and the upper ground, but how? OG has the strong side right now. Here comes a push. Oh my god, AMJ! Cries and Tejabu gets 2 big ones. Tejabu gets a 2K. Hindi pa tapos ang laban, mga kaibigan. AMJ has the roots to make this a tie game. Secret, nilabas na ang kanyang secret weapon. Pinatay si Heck. And ACx gets Yatsby. It's all just down to Secret. Wala pong lihim ang hindi nabubunyag. Secret is gonna be revealed. Oh my god! He gets a gold one onto ACx. Marireveal na dito si Secret. J is too strong for Secret to handle as they force a tie score of 8-8.
Ay, ay, ay. 8-8. Grabe, OG, they're still within the means of this game, no problem whatsoever. Pero ngayon nga, OG, nakakahabol na sila, they can also kind of taste it, the win for this game. But the problem is you have to get 2 in a row or else you have to play overtime dito sa laro natin. That's more games to play.
It's the overtime that gets us reeled into this action. So AMJ got a 2-point lead. So could you say AMJ could possibly get that one? Or could OG pull off like a miracle on that one? No pun intended. But can OG have this sort of like momentum where it could be big for them? OG has all the stops, all the blueprints, all of the the macros and the micros. But AMJ is evening it up. Like I said, tamang-tama lang yung ginagawa ni AMJ dito. Yachts gets that off angle onto Ajax. And there's now 1 bounty down for AMJ. 4 alive for AMJ. 1 minute and 3 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Umaarangkada pa ang labanan dito sa loob ng compound, mga kaibigan. Hindi to village, hindi to subdivision. Isa tong compound. OG doing in a last-ditch effort to force everything for them. Here comes a push into the site. Cries and Deja Vu just outclassing, pulling all the strings to stop down the roots of OG. And AMJ are in a strong point right now with this C4 plant. Are troubled. Paano sila makaka-react dito, Sneaky Frog? I don't know how. But right now, AMJ has everything in favor for them. Yachts is now down. AMJ, match point.
There it goes. AMJ, the main point of the game is now just to win. This is win at all costs para sa kanila dito, men. OG, still, meron pa silang chance, at least for OT dito. What's the plan though? Grabe, ito pa naman yung mga sitwasyon na hindi ka pwede maglaro ng takot eh. But the pressure is real.
Pressure is real indeed, man. But there is some added pressure for OG because this is something that they should win. But AMJ are playing much more disciplined. They're like well-trained ninjas. So AMJ, they could go in sneaky, but once they see their enemy, they could slash their way to a round win. OG has something, not everything. OG has something that AMJ doesn't have, and it's their will to go for a risk. AMJ is playing passively, OG is playing for risks, but they're just all in that AMJ are just relying on their blueprint, honestly. So with this rotation, Sneaky Frog, Secret is now down. Shots being fired. Action is transpiring right now. All goes well for AMJ. Hallelujah for that. If OG wins this, we get the first overtime for today, ladies and gentlemen. Mga kaibigan, 50 seconds left. Pwedeng-pwede pa bumawi dito si OG. We're in, the momentum is sucking him out. Jabaismer, where is everybody here? As everyone's on the site right now, shots now being fired. It's all for AMJ. It's one. Oh!
Tinapos ni Deja Vu, my lord. And there it is. Map number 1 goes in the way of ACxMJ. Very close fashion, to say the least. But that was the attempt ng side ng OG to try and counter itong si Heck. And unfortunately, it went down to the wire. It went down all the way to round 19 or 18, I think. And yeah, they couldn't do it in the end, man. Grabe si Deja Vu. He does get the last kill, but what an ending dito sa map number 1 natin.
That was just a good summary of how back and forth, how crazy that game number 1 is. So, 2-point lead. That was just a separation for both AMJ and as well as OG on how far both teams are going to go in terms of making each and every one uncomfortable as possible. The momentum was sucked out of their system. OG was not able to recover, especially ACxMJ. He went really quiet on that second half. So the one they were relying on for top frags and as well as good pickups just went quiet and went AWOL. So that just spelled disaster for OG. So AMJ capitalized on that opportunity, and it was just elementary for the leading scorers of this series, 0-1 in favor of ACxMJ, as we wait for the next lobby to be created, because we are going into map number 2, ladies and gentlemen, as this is still a good action of Crossfire delivered by the folks behind Crossfire Masters PH Fall, day number 5.
Yeah, I think I want to gloss over yung mga ibang plays or ibang rounds that actually happened within this game, right? I think yung mga main players talaga, or the main impact makers dito sa ating game was, you know, on at least the side of OG, Jabay had an insane game. Like, I think Jabay had one of the most insane starts that I've seen dito sa fall final, that's for sure. And Skywoo as well was starting to heat up, as well as Secret. And of course, Yatsum with the sniper. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough loss to swallow para sa side ng OG, considering map pick nila yun. That's their attempt to counter yung plano ngayon ng AMJ, but now they find themselves down a map in this one. What's gonna be the plan para dito sa map number 2?
Plan? Well, I feel like I don't need the plan said by by ACxMJ, because they definitely just went on playing passive. So, which is like the standard, I would say, on playing this compound map. So if ever that they are trying to pull off something, I feel like this could be a repetition of their gameplay in match number 1. So they could replicate it really easily on map number 2. So is this a winning rally for AMJ? Possibly. But with OG's chances in that game, it was really, really close. I feel like the execution of the gameplay of OG was short to amazing. So it was going from really lackluster to apparently ACxMJ and Secret goes in for like a big 3K. And it would not be consistent as AMJ's tactics to be very, very passive. So OG can bounce back. So I feel like this is OG's time to shine and go for like a redeeming arc. Reverse Uno card everybody and let them fear the name OG.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, map number 2, I think it is Ankara, if I'm not mistaken. So it is going to be sniper-filled matchup. Heck is going to be very comfortable doon sa map na yon in every single facet of the way. But I think yung other members dito ng AMJ, really did a stellar job dito sa match natin, especially Deja Vu. One of the main reasons why they're even in this game in the first place. I like yung ginagawa ni Ted dito. He's keeping it dynamic. He's not in one place all the time, no. He is either pushing dito sa Mailong, sometimes dito sa A, minsan dito sa B. He's like a constant moving piece in and around, and hindi siya nagstay still dito, which is needed dito sa, especially dito sa GR side, because you really need to find out kung ano yung plano ng kalaban dito sobrang aga, or at least have someone go for a 1-for-1, because it is easier to defend with 2 people kung 4 lang ipapasok.
There was so much flanking on that game. It looked like everybody wasn't having any of it because of how much action was being towards on the backside instead of the front side. But the shorter end of the stick was there were some very tactical-like plays. AMJ capitalized. So OG was like, how do I fix a broken light bulb? So parang hindi na makasagot si OG dun sa mga paratang ni AMJ. So paano ginagawa ni AMJ yun? They are trying to pull off like I've been saying this for like the longevity of the stream because it is such an important thing.
Yep.
The psychology of AMJ was, if we could confuse OG's blueprint and use it to themselves, then apparently change it up to the to the 40-second or 50-second mark, wherein we are gonna go aggressive. OG cannot react on that one because nakapwesto na kagad si AMJ.
Yep.
So OG cannot answer back with anything. That's why I said they're fixing a broken light bulb. So OG now has a possible
I wonder ano yung focus dito ng ACxMJ no pagdating sa kanilang depensa. Are they gonna be going B or are they gonna be focusing maybe to stack dito sa may mid side no since that's also an important way to get into B here, or is it gonna be more of a heavy B push, put someone in bar, maybe somewhat go aggressive and go forward dito sa door malapit sa RS no. But you know, there's a whole lot of options para sa side dito ng ACxMJ if they can use yung kanilang utility na tama. They could even get some free kills with it. Speaking of util, you see that name chucked. Oh my god, that's for top mid. Pero if anyone was standing at the other side of that would be different. Oh my god, is that a Krieg?
That is an SG, my friend.
Oh
that is a new gun
that
delivered.
Is legal.
That is
illegal. Kasi syempre nasa rulebook yun eh. Oh my god,
oh my!
Jabay though gets it back on that's a 1-for-1 so far. It is a 3v4 para dito sa AMJ. Meron silang advantage, meron silang tao dito sa may vents. Pero yung bomba nakadrop pa rin dito sa top mid natin. So I don't think it's gonna be a push anytime soon galing sa side ng OG.
Okay, let's try. OG and AMJ are in for a bloodbath right now as OG needs a win for this one. As AMJ still has the member advantage. So with all of this, I feel like AMJ could go in, but yeah, they're still relying on the last strat they had on map number 1. So this is something OG could answer right now because of the structure of the map. So whatever OG is gonna throw, AMJ is gonna answer back. But it's a coin flip on whether who will win. Ajax gets that one. Jabaismer trading down his fallen comrade. Is this legal, Sneaky Frog?
It is. It has the CF logo on it.
Okay, so it is
the CFS version.
Okay, so that is a tournament-bound weapon, ladies and gentlemen. As damn your M4s, damn your AKs. It is the new meta that Cries is offering to us. Bow down to the Krieg slash me, man.
Yeah, it is a Krieg to me. I don't care what anyone else calls
it. It is SG to my heart, man. As all the FPS enthusiasts out there, we've been called upon that is an SG.
Yeah, okay. So, grabe, the fact that he actually pulled it out in this game, I think he was actually a bit worried, no? Para dito sa B-side, considering he has to take some long-range fights, especially to entrance. But that gun definitely helps.
Is he gonna utilize like the scope
Probably.
on long angles or even ramp or upper? I feel like that's a good spot. So Cries is delivering he's cooking up something really nice for us. Here comes the Prags. No info whatsoever, and this is a good flank. But what was that unnecessary shot, my friend? He just revealed wherever. I feel like that's a good cue.
Ooh, Vincent.
I feel like that's a good cue for OG to go back. Here comes AMJ for a possible takeout for OG. Vincent is now down. So member advantage onto OG. 1 minute and 15 left, ladies and gentlemen. Is this a capitalization of OG? They are the originals right now, but they are faking out everybody on AMJ after rotation after rotation. There's the push. AMJ, what's the answer? Jabaismer wins that gunfight onto Deja Vu. And there comes the retake, possibly, as there is some pandemonium on this one. Heck gets cornered into the wall as OG is right there, showing who's the gangsters in this site. 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. It's all down to Cries and his beloved weapon of choice. Secret reveals that Ajax is now down. Cries is on a tear.
Oh, nice.
But he gets cancelled out by Jabaismer's AK, showing that it's still the Roots who are in town right now. So Cries is playing a good, exciting Crossfire right now. That's why I'm hyping up this weapon choice, because we are so accustomed to the AKs and the M4s and the OMs. It's a breath of life. We are seeing a new weapon. Here, heck!
Second guy out.
That is a big, big pickoff. Can he reach out for someone? And that's Jabai on that one. So it is a hard matchup for Jabai to absolutely nail someone right now, because one of AMJ's members took him out. And Jabay could not answer back
C4 's
anything
there.
now.
C4 is right there. Oh my god, they dropped it.
So I guess you could say MJ could just guard that one.
Yeah.
But it's not relevant anymore because, ladies and gentlemen, AMJ just won that round really, really fast. This is the very aggressive AMJ we have seen so far. Yes, tactical, but how fast are they to rotate around the map and make sure everyone is down in OG? Very fast. With all of this transpiring, Sneaky Frog, Jabaizmer is still quiet. Well, 4 kills given, but it's something that AMJ is like very happy about, that Jabaizmer is not doing so much. So I feel like he's done a laid back emotion right now. So Tejavu, Vincent, Ajax, and Cry is only one alive. Heck, man died.
Yeah,
So,
Vincent is still mid though. You can't be too sure about your situation at the moment kung magpupush kayo dito sa may top mid side. So instead, they just go bottom water. Oh my word. This is a really good push galing sa side ng OG, and they are now looking for this B site. Ano kaya yung strategiya dito ni Boss Vincent? Is he gonna go for the take or the retake? He could just be guarding mid the entire time, but he needs to get through here.
with all of this, OG could have this in store for them. But OG's playing now the blueprint of AMJ. Take a look as they are in for a mano-to-mano combat, mga kaibigan. Skywoo corners out Vincent right there, making a 3v5. And Secret is on a tear right now, as everything is revealed for Secret, as he is a madman. AMJ just dropped like flies after that. OG strong showing in that round, tying it 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2 so far in this game. AMJ, early pick dito kay Heck really caused them and their defense to break down dito sa ating game. And AMJ, they double up now this time. Ajax mahuhulog. That's gonna be the sniper down, or one of these snipers para sa side ng AMJ, but at least Skywoo medyo low na nga, but they need to kill ASAP here.
They need a big pick off if they want the death of Ajax be worth it. AMJ are in this round right now with all of OG's hopes still alive. They have this momentum. They have this, like, they are in the driver's seat right now. So AMJ are troubled as to where they would rotate without the aid of Ajax. Weird enough that no one is playing the sniper setup right now because of how fond of these teams are in terms of being really going ham on all of the sites right now. Shumat is not afraid of anybody. He has zero fear, my friend. Vincent takes down Secret, and Shumat will be taking down Tejavu.
Wow.
Jabaizmer gets one as well, and Shumat finishing things off. And a round for OG, taking the lead as we proceed to the next round. AMJ a bit troubled on that one.
Yep, OG still plenty of rounds to do so, but yun nga, at least nakuha nila yung lead and confidence against yung AMJ dito, especially on this map.
Boom!
But Ajax, that's his revenge against Chumat kanina. Chumat was the one who killed him. So they do not take aggressive control dito sa labas ng B, and that's gonna allow a sniper angle happening. Nako. I think there should be a call B, not gonna lie. I mean, the double sniper is not the best defense for that. Pero Yats naka-hold pala dito sa short the entire time. Ajax, mahuhulog na rin. But there's gonna be a guy in mid. That's gonna be Mr. Skywoo. Pero Vincent does go for the drive-by instead. San ba magpupush itong AMJ? Mukhang di pa nga. Oh, someone is inside. Tejavu. Oh, you can't blame him for that one kasi kailangan niyang equalize yung numbers. But Vincent, can he do it on his own?
Vincent, possible clutch angle.
He already won this exact situation before.
Oh, here comes a tap.
Oh,
tap fire.
Tapping, you can't commit the spray, my friend. It is what it is. And there it is. 4-2. 2-point lead naman para sa side ng OG dito. Bumawi naman sila sa Ankara.
OG. Guess who? It's OG. It's AMJ's map, but OG is taking over right now. Let's take a look as what will happen here, ladies and gentlemen. I am in the edge of my seat right now. I hope you are all too, because this is a derby, a classic between OG and AMJ.
Mhm.
One will be crowned champion, and one will force game number 3. Which is it?
Yep.
OG AMJ still on our hands right now. It is still not folding, ladies and gentlemen. Hindi pa tapos ang boxing. Ating tunghayan kung gaano nga ba kalaki yung tayaan ni OG sa kanilang mga sarili para lumagpas sa harang na nga si AMJ. Para lang matigil yung possible chances ni OG na manalo. AMJ is trying their best. OG, here comes the pursuit. There are 3 members, and Christ did not hit anyone on that one. Vincent and Ajax gets 2. Ajax gets a double as well. Ajax! Ajax! It's that man's name, making AMJ respect this man. He definitely made it for AMJ so easy. Flick after flick after flick. Ajax. Big round for AMJ.
Yeah, si Ajax pa naman yung kailangan uminit dito. He is the main anchor dito sa ating B-site. And if he can keep it down para sa kanyang team, this could be a turnaround. But still, OG, meron pa silang, they still have the grasp of the game. They still have the lead. So pwede pa sila mag-risk ng onte kahit pa paano dito. Jabay, oh my god, Jabay so risky, man. Grabe talaga.
It is risky indeed, man. Telling you, the risk factor OG is taking is measurable because the sample size is already given in match number 1, wherein everything was risky for OG and AMJ was just playing normal Crossfire for them. But right now, OG's risk factor just raised on all-time high, but they are winning actually. So it is paying off. So AMJ, they have a possible angle here wherein they could just swoop in over like FBI and just surprise everybody with a spray of a lifetime. There is Cries. So with this angle of OG,
Yeah, it's all Cries
there
here.
is going to be some warfare
Ready,
here.
Crash?
Cries. It is a lineup of your bullets that matters right now.
Oh!
Gets a gold one,
Okay.
but he does
Device, no.
not readjust his spray pattern to the liking that he wants.
Good nade.
Only gets 1. Good nade, you say. Here comes another one that stops down the tracks of AMJ.
D3 take
OG, can they do something here? Forces a C4 plant. AMJ needs to go in for a retake. Numbers advantage. They're going for a flank play. Jabay gets 1. Big. Oh my god, it's OG on the kill feed. But Tejabu steps out his tracks. And OG plays the waiting game and the planning of the C4 game really nicely. AMJ, what was your answer? Absolutely confusing.
Yeah, I mean, great recognition there by Jabay. May one-way smoke. There's one angle right next to it, and grabe pag swing ng AMJ. They're like, oh, what the heck is shooting at us? We just need to keep swinging because we need to get control to sight. And there it is, Jabay, despite being on 1 HP, still getting 1 additional kill there is crazy, man.
It is crazy, man. How is this good for AMJ?
Ajax?
Nothing.
That's never a good idea, bud.
Well, for him it was. Sadly, it didn't end up favoring him. RIP Ajax. 4v4. 4v2 just like that. Making a 3v1. Oh my god, the action is so fast. This is the fastest one we have ever seen so far. It's now 2v1. Boom! Ted gets a 2 big ones to finish things off. Here comes the side swap.
He's 5-4. It's pretty close.
Okay, it is pretty close indeed. Reminiscent of game number 1. So OG
Composure.
could
be composure now.
oh yeah.
It's all composure. It's all mental. Like, who just has the better mental going into this game? Mr. Salvatore. Palakasan na lang talaga ng utak dito. Pero Vincent, oh my god, they're going mid. Why do you have your nade out, my friend? But this is gonna be a blind Skywoo who's on 1 HP. Yats, nasa na yung tulo para sa tropa mo. Yun na nga, pinasabog dito si Skywoo. Oh! B-side's open. Oh, I think they hear, bro.
Bukas na
Oh,
bukas.
wow. Ajax dies to Chumat too. Yun lang.
Equal game, 3v3. Peek by Heck. Death of him. Yatsby gets him. Next victim. What did Tejabu do?
Not sure, but he just died. And there it is. I mean, I think he maybe tossed a nade or something.
Did he like nade himself to death?
Yeah, for sure. Nakita ko lang, skull and crossbones, and no explanation, no essay, no nothing.
OG lead in this game. Okay, so OG are in like God on a different level right now. As Stand Be Wrong as AMJ retaliating over fallen comrades of them. As good pick off by Yatsby. As where is the follow-up from OG as they're yet to make this a consistent round for them. Yatsby gets, he's doing everything for OG. Jabai is now the one that's alive left. Here comes some shots. He knows where he is. Oh!
Good shots by Jabai.
Jabai gets a gold one.
Grabe, that was a really good start sana para sa side ng AMJ. But unfortunately, I think the flank came in super well timed para sa side ng OG. And it seems like the mid-crunch plus the B-push, they wanted to go aggressive. Gusto na i-ego dito ang AMJ. And it worked out for them last round, but not for Jabai this time. As he does get taken down by Mr. ACx. One guy down para sa side ng OG. Now it's a 5v4.
It is 5v4. Jabai is now down, leading Franger for OG. Went quiet, but right now he's making a lot, so much for them to do. There is also OG strat wherein we are gonna give you the first half of this, and then apparently we're just gonna go guns blazing into one site, and it all she wrote for AMJ. But right now it is Shumat taking down Heck. And like I said, they're just gonna get one pick off from someone, and the intel will be continuous for OG. They have so much work to do. You need to have eyes on the back of your head, my friend. Sneaky play after sneaky play from OG. They are taking a name, literally from your name, Sneaky Frog.
Yes.
So AMJ are making something happen. Apparently not, but it gets stopped by Secret. 4-8, the largest lead right now, Sneaky Frog. It is close to match point for OG. If they could keep this up, AMJ will be tied 1-1, making it game number 3. And Silver Scrapes will be played. This is crazy. That's crazy. I was crazy once.
Don't start.
Oh my!
Don't start it. My girlfriend already said that 5 times yesterday. It's already in the back of my head.
Dude,
that and yung MTC. Oh, Chuma's down.
It's sad enough they didn't continue, man. It would be like a good staple for us.
Yun nga.
But you know, I could understand your pain. Annoyingness.
Oh, Skywoo?
Skywoo?
The balls.
Wow. Okay, so Heck didn't even bother to challenge on that one. Secret barely had any damage. So, what is happening to AMJ? OG are in for a good pursuit right now.
I think tinamaan yata ng AMJ dito ng malalang overthink.
Damn. Maski ako mayayanig din yung mundo ko pag ako rin nag-overthink. Ano kaya ang nangyayari sa side ng AMJ?
No way you don't full swing that.
Oh my god, Yachts gets that one. Where's the commitment for AMJ? They were so aggressive on first half. But what happened to this one? It's OG taking over. Move away as the gangsters are now here. OG! Where is the pursuit? Right now, here is a forced C4 plant to bait them all in.
It's all on Hex. I thought it's all on ACx, I think. Oh.
Where are the shots hitting? Here comes Vincent. Gets one. Can he continue?
We can.
He cannot. And 2 are now down. OG forcing match point.
Yeah.
With OG, they stop the pursuit of AMJ. They have to like make such a good rally for this to even come back. This is the possible first game 3 we have seen today. Sneaky Frog. Okay. A or B? It's looking like B is the go-to for OG, but they are trying to weigh up some options. So if there's enough intel for them to go up or top, I feel like that's gonna be worth it. But AMJ, yeah, they are still weighing on that one. Here comes some action, possibly. Still, the time frame is still open for both teams to plan something out. So, okay. So OG, yay! There it is, some good class action from AMJ and OG. Deja Vu trading off one member after another. Chuma and Kryze now down for respective teams, and AMJ are still struggling to get that momentum shifted towards OG. But right now, OG is also in the lead right now. All of them are healthy. So this is all just going to be plan after plan after plan for AMJ. Switch things up, go for a mix and match sort of thing. So here comes the bait. Now they have forced in a C4 plant. Sneaky. What is the play for OG?
Has to be a retake, has to be a rough retake. OG, oh my god, they just sent it in. That's what I want to see. Pure aggression galing dito sa side ng OG versus ACx pa rin lumaban, but he does not get the spray at the end of the day.
Wow.
And we see map number 3, OG, the old guns, man. The old guns still going at it, and AMJ, nahirapan sila dito. Jabay, once again, what a game. Galing dito kay Jabay and kay Skybu. The rifler combo para sa side ng OG.
Jabay had like this sort of therapy wherein I need to bounce back, and he definitely bounced back after a quiet second half from him in map number 1. This map number 2 is a playground for him because Ankara turned red because there was just so much bloodshed by the hands of one man. Make it 2. Jabay, and as well as Jabay and Yats just doing all of the things that is supposed to be done by 5 members. But shout out to Yachts and as well as Jabais, because it's just good. They're playing good Crossfire. Just imagine how much contribution would be OG doing without Yachts and Jabai. Nothing is gonna get done at the table. So props to these two, and Secret also doing his due. So is I told you, man, the playing field for OG just shapeshifted towards them. Tapos nakabawi pa sila sa ganong angulo. Nabasa na nila si AMJ. So this map number 3 is going to be a decider.
Yeah, it's gonna get closer and closer. I mean, both teams talaga really playing at the wit's end at this point. So I would say, yeah, OG, they can definitely bring it back dito sa ating map number 3. But we are gonna look back. Grabe talaga OG. They just started that second half and they didn't look back at all. 5 rounds in a row para sa kanila dito, and I didn't expect AMJ to lose this hard. Pero yeah, OG, just like I said, man, sometimes old is gold, and it seems like they go golden dito sa ating map number 2.
It went gold and got diamond, my guy, because of how much leniency OG had in making sure that AMJ could not recover from anything that they had. So it was okay. So take a look at the highlights from this one. If you told me AMJ was in the lead, I would be like concerned for OG because they could possibly lose the series. But OG's adjustment phase was so big that AMJ could not recover after winning 4 rounds. That's how big of a deal OG was in this map number 2. With map number 3, I feel like it's so much dependent on how can Jabai contribute into this 1 round. Big, but AMJ cannot shut down their primary AR. So with that, AMJ is gonna be in a whole lot of trouble, possibly for map number 3.
Yeah, I mean, a whole lot of teamwork no para sa side ng OG dito going into the second map. I think the biggest thing really was not allowing itong AMJ to get any mid control. Skywoo did such a great job just holding it down with his friend na si Chuma dito, and Chuma even with the flank sometimes. But guys, we are gonna take a very short break. When we come back, more CFS action coming at you. hello, and welcome back dito sa CFS PH Masters Fall 2023. Ako nga pala si Sneaky Frog, kasama ko si Salvatore. Game number 3 na tayo sa ating third best of 3 of the day between OG and ACxMJ. And mukhang yung ACxMJ, nagulat sila sa Ankara pa.
God, that Ankara, man, was like the momentum definitely was for MJ, but surprisingly enough, OG whipped out the big guns, the blueprint. Wherein you guys would be surprised, and OG completed all corners of that map, putting a stop onto the momentum of AMJ, not even putting in a half point for AMJ. 4-10, a dominating action so far, like the second most dominant showing for this series.
Yeah, kind of fell apart sa first half, no, not gonna lie. I did expect yung ACxMJ to have a bit more of a better defense, but at the same time, yung offense talaga ng yung offense talaga ng OG. I don't know what Jabay is eating. Paano yung kinain niya?
Dude,
somehow this man is opening things up for his team that shouldn't really happen, pero nagagawa niya naman. Maybe he's just that good of a player.
Well, this man played so much that we are reaping everything about this man, because this man is just playing amazing Crossfire, delivering all the big guns for OG.
Alam ba, inaaya ko si one of our streamers actually. Inaaya ko si Nice Katol. Sabi ko, gawa tayo team.
Wow.
Pero Young G. Kailangan may katapat sa OG, pare. Of course, we're gonna take the youngest one. Of course, shout out to my boy Nice Katol, the best quote-unquote 19-year-old player.
Shout out
to you, my friend. Pero yun na nga, OG dito sa ating global risk side, Blacklist, ACxMJ. Grabe. Blacklist, ACX, every time ACX started global risk, no, nahirapan talaga sila, medyo.
Okay, now OG sticking to their roots, playing global risk side, wherein they are having some good, really good rounds on the GR side. So here it comes, ladies and gentlemen, the land down. It is port, wherein it is a gold mine of angles and opportunities just flying over and over again, reminiscent of A Maybe. Shout out to that man. So can we see a replay, or like can we see the true to life statement of history repeating itself?
Let's see. Bit of a slow game. No one. It's game 3 jitters, man. Walang nagpupush forward masyado.
Wow, this is not the port I'm accustomed to, honestly. So is this even like
you're so used to like someone swinging immediately dito sa long, just challenging the sniper?
I'm so used to like this mid angle wherein we are gonna fight. Then
like 3 people peeking, right?
There's like 3 people, someone on cat just hard scoping someone. Then there's just gonna be some pandemonium.
Then there's one guy sa base with the barrette. He's like, okay, I see him.
Yep, that's like the pubs of
the pub classic.
The pubs we're accustomed to, but it is competitive Crossfire. But there are just some elements in pubs that are very applicable right now. But they are not risking on that one. Skywoo taking the first member out for AMJ in this game number 3. As it is a trade-off, making it a 4v3. Quickly like that. It's 4v3. Shots being fired. Intel favorable to AMJ. Here comes the upper angle from that all user. Heck is having the time of his life on that one. So whoever OG pushes could be detrimental for them, because that is a good spot to cover up. Heck is still not leaving that spot, as Secret is the only one that's alive. So that is a danger zone for OG. He's the only one that's alive. Secret get some shots, possible clutch angle, but he needs to be fast on this one. But I feel like Heck's ability to be in that position is anteing up the odds of OG clutching that up. But AMJ went crazy on that one, went medieval, and went all in as they get round number 1 in this match number 3.
Nade? Grabe. Not much mid-fights as we do expected. Dito sa map na to, of course, the classic, right? You know, the sniper is gonna focus dito sa A site. They do have the best angles there. But AMJ with a good start. And grabe, they're just sitting back at the moment. They're making sure na itong OG, they're gonna waste some utilities first to get some map control. Kagaya nga dito sa may B connector, and kagaya nga dito sa may B main side natin. And let's see what's about to happen. There's a bit of a lip here that you can stand on.
Okay.
You just jump a bit. Pero kailangan yata i-boost. Yeah, you need to boost
yeah,
there.
they need some booster seats on that one. So, OG. Wow. Okay. Like the most passive round we have seen so far in this match number 3. Well, this map is offered for you to play passive, but I do hope that mid angle is gonna get scouted, wherein it's just gonna be bang after bang after bang. But there is the shot. Here comes the utils. Skywoo closing in, but still no commitment for both members of AMJ and OG. As they stand corrected quickly after that, Secret reveals down Hex location for P5. It is very, very scary angle for AMJ and OG to have this sort of a, like, they have reached a compass wherein no one's trying to push, no one's trying to commit.
Wow.
But somehow Skywoo said, screw that, I am gonna commit. Jabaismer, and as well as Secret, taking down multiple members right now. Vincent, the only one alive, and he cannot do anything as Secret gets 3 big kills on that one. Hats off and kudos to you, my friend. Good showing for OG.
Yeah, straight up fight dito sa may mid-side, man. And AMJ, they could just not contain it. I think that first pick already was pretty bad para sa side ng AMJ, but Ajax, you can't really blame the guy for trying to equalize yung kanilang numbers dito. But Skywoo, of course, very sharp, knowing that there could be another one dito sa may mid-side natin. Hindi na pinabayaan ang pinto. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes dito no, ng mga common players natin. Pagdating dito sa port especially na pinapabayaan nila yung mid. If you do have someone who can just W key para sa tropa mo dito, then yun nga, you're just gonna bet a free flank, either B or A.
This is very big for AMJ in terms of...
Pause.
Well, you just had to say it, man. you just had to say it. I hope no one gets the context of that.
Oh,
well,
of course.
It is a family-friendly stream, ladies and gentlemen. We don't condone those sort of actions. Here comes Util. There is the angle for
it yet?
Heck.
Grabe. I swing that, but as soon as the smoke goes down, we swing that immediately.
Well, they do want to risk it. I feel like they are. At least get that box off in order for them to have an easy way in onto Yachts as he gets the first victim onto Ajax. Where are the shots being followed up? Here comes the nade. Here comes the armada of nades. Oh my god!
Way.
Yachts gets cornered by a bunch of frag grenades.
Grabe.
He wasn't able. Here comes the flank.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's 1v2. And it's just now a reverse card play for OG as Kryze is the lone member alive. 45 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. It's do or die for Kryze.
What a shot!
Gets a big headshot. Of course to the head. 1v1. Secret. And as well as Kryze.
Oh, he's playing with the minds here. Playing with the minds of Secret. Akala ni Secret babalik siya dito sa may mid-side, but actually it is still gonna be an A-long push. Maybe it is now a 50-50. Who peeks who first? Whoever just has the better shot. Whoever just has the better angle. Pero Secret, I love the little jig that he did na papuntang left. Yun nga.
Dude, that reposition, Secret. He knows, he knows, he knows. Where?
It is.
My goodness.
I think the score is 2.
Yeah.
Somewhere. 2-1.
Dude, that was
I
just
heard like 5 nades.
Dude, that was just a really good sequence where frag grenade, frag grenade, frag grenade, and that is not a buggy comms. That is reality for this tournament, guys. This is a haven for frags and utils. Vincent gets 2 big ones, and there is another in store for OG possibly, but they are retreating after that amazing take from Vincent.
Pansin ko pag nag-AK yung mga ibang players, they really do rely on that spray to get most of their kills. But, you know, the tap style of AK is really underrated because you can recover itong AK, or recover yung accuracy mo so quickly. Heck, nakuha na nga isang player dito, and now it is gonna be 3 low players papasok dito sa site. Jabay with the AK in his hand. Vincent mahuhulog na agad. Napakakulit dito, pero Jabay is gonna go down. Yats, 1 HP. Deagle, lalabas. Heck gets it in the end, and there it is. They tie up the score 2-2 para dito sa dalawang teams natin. It's keeping it close dito sa port.
With this amazing showmanship for OG and AMJ, I feel like they are having some sort of trouble, but AMJ is like laid back, man. I'm not even gonna be problematizing this. OG are being OG. Well, of course. Dude, that shot would have been so big. Kaso nga lang hindi tumama. Pero eto na ang bawi ni OG. As eto na, yung mga old gods, the old gangsters, the old geezers trying their best to whip out every stop that they could pull to AMJ, but Ajax denies the push as he gets another one, makes it 2. OG was trying to whip out their blueprint of choosing to I want to push of the positioning onto Heck and as well as Vincent. But sadly, Ajax was right there on the perfect time possible. Could possibly be Gatsby, but he would not risk on that one. 1 minute and 20. Okay, so there's like 4 members. Now, they're secret. They're absolutely playing this passively. Not reminiscent of MJ.
Good
Heck.
awareness galing kay Heck.
Dude, that is a good pickup by Heck. Oh!
Kala ko yun na yun eh.
Sadly enough, it only has 30
Nade!
bullets.
Oh my god, Heck! Hits him with the nade and then the after. Ends his misery before it even explodes. Para grabe, AMJ back in the game. Pero hindi pa tayo sure, man. OG, I can't be too sure just yet. OG, meron pa silang asim na kakaiba dito na hindi pa natin nakikita.
That is a good customary nade plus combo.
Oh my god, Christ. Wide swing and breath.
Where's the pull off of OG where they could just go in and have AMJ on the palm of their hands where wait, they're in this side, so we have to push. I missed that. I missed that OG. Okay, so OG is defending this side. Gets spotted. Vincent is amazing on that angle. 3v2. OG and AMJ having a back and forth derby. Meron. Oh, wala. Sino taya? Logi, Shampoo. Oh my god. Heck. And as well as Vincent has the angle but did not capitalize on that one. Vincent takes down Secret. Changes of heart right there, as it is another call off for a pushing for OG and AMJ. As Sneaky Frog, this is something else for AMJ and OG.
No,
not the usual ones of the committing of where are they? We need to push. So sadly, it's not them.
Yeah. Heck has the M4 now, so hindi na siya naka-sniper dito. Despite being the sniper for his team, Heck is a very deadly rifler. Hindi mo pati underestimate.
Are they playing the time right now? So they will be meeting on mid possibly. Or
pag nakita nila bang tao sa backside, nako.
Okay, my god.
This is a speed kid.
Or even spawn, man. But is it even worth it to go all over the map for that? But it is
Vincent, I think you give Heck the bomb here.
But okay. So
gusto ko sana mag-iwan sila sa base eh. You know, just to surprise. Yeah, pwede na yan. Galing kay Heck.
Okay, here comes.
Oh, he has the flash too. He can set this up. He can set this up for his friend.
So they have possible like a good positioning on this one, but let's see how this will transpire out. OG and AMJ still like the most passive we have seen so far. This is a customary that Jabaismer
18 seconds.
Slays.
Wow!
Oh my god, 1v1!
10 seconds.
Oh my god, it is 10 seconds left and
Well
Vincent! Amazing sets of kills from the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Well
Vincent is on a whole nother level right now, stopping the tracks of OG. Really thought OG would be able to pull off that one.
Yeah, that was so cerebral. I thought nagkamali sila when they didn't leave a person in the base, but you would probably just get traded quickly. Heck with a very clutch shot with the rifle. Oh my god, look at all the HP bars para sa side ng AMJ. The one nade and that's 3 gone instantly para sa kanila dito. Pero Chumat, oh, is he gonna push in towards that mid side? Ajax, he wants some revenge after all the damage that occurred. Skywoo is 1 HP. Heck somehow gets Yats. Wala ng sniper ang OG. But look at the HP bars, man. This is gonna be tough.
It is tough indeed, but could you imagine how much pressure OG is facing right now? Because Jabaismer is sitting once again on the backside of the bus.
I think they should push A. Because that's your best shot.
Really?
If you have 3 low HP players.
Okay.
Sniper, +3 on low HP. Oh, it's not the sniper. What? What a shot! Gotta get ACx. That's such a key shot. He takes down Jabay, and now that's gonna make OG panic. Look at all the rotations happening. What a shot!
What? Yachts is down.
Sky was low too.
That is a... Okay, Skywoo is on
Sky was spots
dangerously.
one. They know it's
Skywoo is definitely the man you should give the sniper to, so he could have full potential of his low HP bar. Here comes Skywoo, gets a big pickup out to ACx. I tell you, man, give this man the props he needs, and he will make a play out of that one. 4 and 2.
Time is up the essence.
B2. Time is gold, and gold is time. Time is gold, ladies and gentlemen. Kailangan nila abangan dito si OG sa papasok nilang push with AMJ, I should say, are having the time of their lives right now. Just speaking of everybody. What? Oh no, Heck is now down. Tejavu and Vincent is in a whole lot of trouble. It's a healthy secret, and Chumat right there. Skywoo and Chumat will be forcing a push right now to stop down A. Chumat gets Tejavu. OG, what is this turnaround? Vincent just calming down. But with this, it could possibly be round for OG right now. 14 seconds left. Vincent, can you commit? I think he will just be giving the round. There is no lost cause for this one. Vincent gets the backside of Skywoo as... Do you have the time? You don't have that time.
No time. No time whatsoever. 4-3. OG still in this game. Grabe, this is one of the more closer series we actually went into. And grabe talaga OG, proving why they are still just in their prime as they was years ago. AMJ nahirapan para i-close out itong first half ng ating board. No streaks whatsoever. Grabe talaga. What a game by Secret, man, so far.
Oh, well, if you could just imagine how OG is having right now, it's giving some grounds to AMJ, and then somehow OG will be like, Thanos snap everybody, then we're just apparently strong after that. You could just imagine the message sent to the team. Sky was dangerously low. He was given the to make sure that every inch of his life bar is valuable. But here comes the pursuit of both teams, as there is now a trade-off of one member each. Vincent and Secret is now down for respective teams. Pwedeng pa makabawi dito si AMJ. Kung titignan mo yung angulo nila sa mapa, counter push possibly, pero I feel like top side or even A. Well, A is still questionable. Pero top side control, yes, AMJ could get that one. Tapos si OG, babalik na lang sa lamang. Go for a flank play once again. It's a replay of map number 1. If you remember that, guys. 58 seconds left. Sneaky Frog. It is like, is this like the best spot you could have for Yachts? I feel like yes. But could you think that he could rotate on the side of Jabai and have some sort of like support on his backside?
Oh, I think so. Jabai in a prime spot, golden headshot.
Oh my God.
Oh, good coverage by Heck. Oh my God, would nila na dun si Heck. That would have been a disaster para dito sa side ng AMJ. 30 seconds left. No, not much time para sa side ng AMJ so far. OG, medyo nahuli pa nga. But there it is. Skywoo, nakuha na nga si ACx. Chris, I think they spotted Chris dito sa may mid-side. The ball bangs, they do make sense. 10 seconds left. Oh, do they have time? I think they have time. Yeah, they have speed kit.
Okay, they have. Okay.
But it's all
B
on Heck.
site is now a dangerous play for OG as Heck is on a tear, but he gets cancelled out by the Emperor of Skywoo. And that is the bomb defused for the GR side. OG turning things around for that very, very scuffed and very separative, I would say. So, yeah. I could not describe that round because it was very hectic and was very very crazy, but you could just imagine how much AMJ is like trying to stop OG right now.
Yep. 5-4 though, AMJ. Still keeping it slow. It's the first half. OG doing the exact same as well. No one's really ready and roaring to go for a straight up push here. Grabe, Skywoo na naman.
My
How does he
God.
find these, man?
How the hell do you find these pickoffs, man? Skywoo has like map hacks. Oh my God, what was that spray? Jabai could have died right there, but the bullet spray gods was not in his side. Ajax, frag of a lifetime onto Jabai. That is his kryptonite, and it's a pushing OG. It's 3 OMOs just pushing off everybody. My God, here comes a switching side for both teams. OG currently has the lead. We have seen this scoreboard, Sneaky Frog. It is very familiar to you. 5-4. OG was leading 5 points, and AMJ was leading 4 points in map number 2. History repeating itself?
Maybe.
Possibly.
OG last time, they had the scoreline. They were the ones who did win it out in the end. Pero 2-month na naman with the entry. Heck is gonna go down. Man, Heck is not having a comfortable series. Kahit 11 kills siya dito, he cannot get into the groove of things. Grabe talaga yung OG. They're not playing angles that can really, where snipers can take advantage dito sa kanilang team, no? OG, they're just playing this game as a unit. Grabe talaga. Look at the way that they move around the map, man. There's always 3 people right next to each other. 2 people kind of testing the waters. Yeah, I like the system, man.
Oh my God, Vincent once again on a tear, proving the doubters wrong that we are still consistent in this round. Vincent, 2 big kills. Where's OG? I feel like they're struggling to get a big sight of where AMJ is, analysis-wise, but AMJ are in for like 15 seconds of just overall damage. Oh, it's the flank! Secret. Definitely on the secret side on that one. Here comes some frags. No retaliation for AMJ so far. Skywoo gets challenged and he wins on that one. It's 3v1. How can you clutch this?
Beautiful para kay Deja Vu, but it is gonna be a tough one. Secret with the big goddamn OG. OG, all this hype about AMJ, pero OG pala ang merong malaking lead dito. Somehow, some way, they didn't get it. Skywoo and Secret are playing out of their mind dito sa ating port map. And Yats is gonna add to it as well. Nakuha na nila si Ajax. You can smell the desperation galing sa side ng AMJ.
Well, this sort of OG animosity is the same we've seen in map number 2. So AMJ needs to watch out because 4 is definitely not their lucky number right now. So OG are able to capitalize on this advantage wherein AMJ is going to get picked everywhere. Over here, over there, over everywhere. AMJ could try to possibly get someone from OG. They need to work on their pickoff potential to make sure that OG could not have the momentum or like some sort of thread that is continuous. OG is able to play around Skywoo and Jabai because despite them getting picked off, Secret and Yachts are able to retaliate. Because of that side, OG is winning consistent round after round. AMJ are able to just play Crossfire simply for the sake of we need to get a pickoff. I mean, they need to get a sight, but not really big pickoffs.
Oh, si Vincent nag-antay lang sa long. Big peek, pulls out the deagle. Oh my God. Despite the advice that you give earlier, the secondary being faster than the primary reload. Pero yun na nga, the nades are gonna start to go through dito sa A-side. Si Heck pinasabog na ang kanyang ulo dito. Napakasakit. Skywoo with the peek. Deja Vu na naman. Wait. Just like his name is Deja Vu, man. Deja Vu in the exact same place with the exact same players. Nabuhay pa. Except si Secret dito. But there it is. Nade gonna come in. OG. Oh my God. Is OG gonna do it? Oh my God. No,
OG, are they?
Skywoo.
OG,
oh,
just
I'm a believer.
Did it, man.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer, man. Skywoo is the truth. Skywoo na ba ang
He
katotohanan
is the
dito?
savior. He is the messiah to save OG. Everyone, they are. If you are not riding the gravy train of Skywoo, sumakay na kayo. This is the only time you will able to see Skywoo just whip out every single bullet in his magazine and just one tap his way to winning. Ganon kalakas si Skywoo ngayon.
Yeah.
Just how much
They
pa
double
yung
off.
kaya niya ibigay?
Double om now.
Hindi pa tapos yan. He has the potential to make the fall finals so amazing.
Yeah.
And you're watching it in the flesh right now. Mga kaibigan, foundation round for OG.
Double sniper versus double sniper. What is going on, man?
You live.
Sniper, you cannot underestimate the guy. Itong si Yats, no, even if Skywoo and si Seeket got most of the kills, he can still rely on the guy hitting his shot. Always so consistent. Pero grabe, OG. They're so close, man. Malapit na sila sa finish line. Kailangan na lang nila
Oh,
i-cross.
Yats!
Oh, pero speaking of cross, I like it from Chris. No fear whatsoever. Kahit down kayo sa points, you still want to go aggressive. You still want to take point.
Well, with all of this, AMJ does have the man advantage, but we all seen OG play off a 4v5 now. They just go guns blazing and they just win the round willy-nilly like that. Parang araw-araw na nalang ginagawa yun. And OG strat never fails and never begots anyone. So, asa na yung pambawi? Eto na, Tejabu nagkatagpuan as Cries and Shuma will be teeing off the heads of the respective enemies, making it a 3v3 just like that. AMJ pushes in as he gets a big one onto Secret. Skywoo and Shumat is the only members alive for OG. Threat of the C4 now lies onto OG. Di sila makapag-counter push dito because they know Shumat and Skywoo has the better positioning on that one. So there's no recent event that AMJ could possibly recover from this. Here comes Skywoo. It's still, oh my God, Skywoo!
Skywoo na naman!
Is the man sent from above to save OG. This man is crazy.
Grabe, this guy might be a Jedi pilot because he's forcing his way into these wins. What? Skywoo is the truth. Skywoo is him, pare. 19 kills so far, about to hit 20. Jesus. On another level at the moment, grabe, AMJ are stuck. Just like that last map, man. Sobrang similar to that last map. OG, I don't know where they get this momentum, but it seems like it's just experience. Sabi nila, okay, we've been here before. We know how to roll with the punches, and it seems like they did. Oh, but Chris, grabe. Of course, Skywoo is strong, but my caster curse is stronger. There it is.
It is a written fact, my friend. It's like written in this Stonehenge, wherein thou shalt not speak of what's happening because caster curse exists.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 4v5. Skywoo is now down. The main fragger is now down. AMJ has their chances. Could they pull it off? Para naman umaabot sila sa fine line. Nakaabot sila ng 5 because 4 was the biggest point that they had last map. And making it 5 could turn things around for them. Kung isipin mo, think positive, guys. Let's see. OG. AMJ gets a big one onto Shumat. 3v5. We've seen this before. We've seen how this pan out. Jabai takes down Ted. Yachts takes down Vincent. And just like that, Sneaky Frog, it's 3v3. Andali para sa OG. Eto na. The threat lies. C4 planted. Jabai gets 2. Can he continue his pursuit?
Oh.
He wants to reach out, but gets flashed inside. Yats gets 2. What the hell was that?
Si Yats naman nag-step up.
OG!
Yats, it's his time to step up this time. Kagaya nga na sinabi ko, Salvatore. Yats, he could be just sitting there in the corner, no kills, but he is ready. Para siyang sleeper agent. You just gotta activate him.
Everyone is ultra instinct on OG. Numbers be damned. Your bodies
It's like 5
are
Master
ours.
Roshis, pare. 5 Master Roshis na pinagsama ang isang player. Grabe naman yun. Oy, oy, oy. OG on the verge of eliminating one of the first top teams dito sa ating tournament and putting a stamp on the legacy dito ng AMJ.
This is heart-wrenching for AMJ. If you're an AMJ fan, pray pray everything. AMJ needs a momentum shift, but OG sucked every sort of momentum from gravity to the ozone layer, to the other galaxies, to the asteroid belt. Everything is on OG. The old geezers, the old gods, the old gangsters, the original gangsters, the old guys are still in it to win it. And they are not losing any sort of losing factor right now. It's just OG that's writing off the book. We are going to win Group C, ladies and gentlemen. AMJ, final rally, 43 seconds left. Here comes a firefight, possibly inside of A. Here comes the util. Sneaky Frog. Wow. There is some boatload of utils in AMJ going in for a last-ditch effort to finish things off. It's just OG on the kill feed. Heck gets a big one. 2v2. Both are healthy. Deja Vu gets one onto Skywoo. It's just Yachts. How can you clutch this? It's not. Deja Vu stops down OG to finish things off.
Grabe. ACxMJ down but not out dito sa laro natin. Hindi sila basta-basta magpapatalo OG. They thought they had it in their hands, but no. There is a reason why they're one of the top teams in the Philippines. They do still have that skill. They do still have those mechanics. Pero OG, they have more chances dito sa ating game. They have the lead. They have the factor of them being able to risk 1 or 2 rounds dito just so they can get the game. Pressure is on para dito sa side ng AMJ to create 4 good defenses in a row in order to get OT. Actually, 3 lang eh. Is it 3? I'm bad at math. It's 4.
It's 4. It's 4.
Oh, pala 5-4. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Oh my god. Am I that bad at math now?
Crossfire din eh. Possibly it's like fatigue, man.
No.
Brain's not braining,
too
possibly.
much Crossfire.
It is too much Crossfire.
I've been playing ilang hours about, I think for the past week, I think probably 40, mga ganun, 40 hours.
Could you plug your IGN? Possibly play with the viewers?
No.
Oh, you like to play it solo, man.
Yes, sir. We gotta keep it secret.
Hey.
Oh my god, they just straight up push mid. Brutal para dito sa depensa ng AMJ. AMJ biglang mawawala dito pero si Deja Vu gusto pang sumagot dito sa B-side. But ano yan ang sagot? Deja Vu out of nowhere, he gets 3! Atex as well, galing dito sa mid-side. Skywoo na lang natitira.
Oh my god!
Deja Vu! He's tired of retaking itong A-site. He's just like, fight me in B instead.
I tell you, man, it only took 1 point for AMJ to switch the light bulb and enlighten AMJ's spirit to stop down OG in finishing this series. 3 points away for overtime. Can OG clutch this up? Finish things off. Tapusin na natin ang boxing. Wala nang bawian AMJ. But AMJ is still fighting.
Oh my word.
They're like rabid lions. OG is the prey. AMJ is going full on right now. Here he comes.
Oh,
Heck gets a big one. Deja Vu gets another, but he gets gunned down by Skywoo with an amazing wall bang.
Push forward. Oh,
It is a
chill. There you go. You're good.
Okay. Kumalma na ang area. Here comes a threat. As C4 is now down. OG, you need to come to the land of OG. AMJ needs to push. Where's the utils?
Nade. Chris is half.
Oh
my god, Yats gets the kill dito kay Chris. It's still a 3v3. Skywoo on low HP, but he's still willing to pick itong si Vincent dito. But Vincent,
what the hell is happening?
Oh my god,
Sneaky
it's a
Frog.
retake. 9-7. It's not over till it's over. Hindi matatapos ang laro hanggang 10 ang score dito ng OG.
Retake after retake. Call this team retake because they're living up to their name. AMJ. Making sure OG doesn't celebrate too soon.
Yep.
Sneaky Frog. What the hell is happening? I am lost for words. Wala na akong masabi. OG had this won for them. Then AMJ went up, charged Super Saiyan 5 times probably.
Yes, sir.
Because Vincent went a whole another level. Clutch after clutch, retake after retake, winning after winning those firefights.
Oh, they slow down the pace, but I don't think they notice. Galing dito sa B side, I think the best play here, galing sa side ng AMJ, if they would test the waters dito sa may B main, but at the same time, they don't want to risk them straight up losing this game. Needs a bit of help. Jubai, they're crawling, man. But they're looking nervous, man. They're looking really nervous.
Oh, definitely.
But
OG is like
wait,
shivering right now.
hold up. But oh yeah, they're watching mid though. This is not free whatsoever.
Oh,
but the parkour! The parkour got into my Jubat! Oh my word! The parkour was worth it! But Vincent and ACx nakakuha na nga sila ng dalawa dito, pero may gagaling dito sa likod ng isa si Jubat. Vincent nakuha na nga si Jubat.
What
it's
is
a
this,
1v3.
Frog?
Clutch on towards the side of Yats. 9-8. Naamoy ko na OT.
Do you smell it? I smell it from here, man. 1 point away. Is this the usual OG? Give them rounds and apparently...
Hit him with a B-rush, bro, right now.
Listen to Sneaky Frog, guys.
B-rush, kasi you know what, that's the most unexpected play you could go sa last round. F it, man. It's gonna be OT anyways. But heck, Deja Vu, nakakuha ng dalawa.
What
they get
the
No, they can't! They back it on a B-puts! Si Skywoo na lang natitira.
We are going to overtime.
Oh, Skywoo gets
We are
through,
going.
but no,
We are.
OT ang
We
map 3.
are going to overtime.
Oh my God. Overtime para dito sa map 3. Hindi magpapatalo ang dalawang teams natin dito. Port. What is this map, man? Both teams are playing amazingly.
This is the amount of lead OG has. And they're like 9-4, man. That's Crossfire PH for you guys. What a sight to see, man.
Grabe.
Wow.
Hindi nagpapatalo even yung mga teams natin who did come in as, you know, the OG. That's a group of 5 vets going into this one thinking that they could win every game, and it seems like itong mindset, it worked out para sa kanila, but it worked out well
Oh my
para
God.
dito sa ACxMJ. They caught them 5 times in a row dito.
Daliri check nga for both teams. I feel like both fingers are like shivering or either locking up on one another. So just the environment, the animosity, I tell you, man, you can only see it there at CFS PH Masters 2023 Fall Qualifiers. Wow, it is just Group C, man. We still have one more to come, ladies and gentlemen. And how will this be settled into a good old-fashioned first to 2 overtime? You'll love to see it, man.
Yeah, first to 6 if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we do that. We get that clarified. But I think it is first to 6. So first to 6 points. Whoever gets the first 6, of course, we do have halves as well dito sa OT. So it's not gonna be one team permanently playing on GR, one team permanently playing on Blacklist. It's gonna be interesting to see whether or not these teams really do pull through dito sa OT. Kasi this is where men are made. This is where pressure is at its highest. $500 is on the line. Grabe. Pressure is on para sa mga teams natin dito for their due dinner in this situation. Wow. But it's a good game though, honestly. Grabe yung OG, like, that Skywoo guy is built different, honestly. Grabe talaga yung rifling. I mean, he even was catching yung mga ibang sniper players dito sa may mid-side with only his rifle. I'm like,
Dude,
how does that make sense, man?
Dude, just that man activated flow state when it mattered the most.
And Hex on the other side.
Dude, Hex was
He
like,
picks him like he's just another player.
back at ya, buddy.
I got you, buddy. I just wide swing this. Walang problema whatsoever.
Dude, we ride together.
Yeah.
We die together.
Yeah, they did. In the last round.
Yeah.
They died hard. Pero yun na nga. Ay, AMJ back on towards that BL side. Global risk para dito sa side ng OG. Let's see what's gonna happen.
What is gonna happen indeed? So, it is, like you mentioned, it is overtime. So, stakes are much higher right now. Wow. First time for today, best of 3. First time reaching into overtime. AMJ pulled everything. Absolutely everything. With all of the mental drained out of their brains or heads or craniums. Ubus na.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
It's getting late, that's for sure. Ano oras na ba? It is the prime time.
It is
of 8:36 p.m.
It's 8. And we still have one more to come, ladies and gentlemen. The action is not over.
Yeah. That's GGB versus Big Trippings.
Yeah. So, if you guys are still alive and well, you still need to tune in onto the Crossfire Facebook page. But meanwhile, AMJ is taking the due of OG because their rent is past due, ladies and gentlemen, and they have to pay up. AMJ, 5 members alive, 2 are still for OG. Last rally for them. Here comes the push.
They hit them
Not
with the
enough.
Classic, pare.
Wow.
I think that's really how you punish non-pushers dito sa B. Here's a save call. Boom! Bigla may 5 tao sa side. Oh my God! How do you counter that para sa side ng AMJ? That's what you call a contact play of epic proportions, pare.
Definitely, my man. Could you just replay how many frags were thrown out of one specific spot, man? And no one was like, no one definitely thought that. Wait, are they still on that side still?
They're chilling.
They are chilling, man. So there's no pushing. This is what Crossfire is all about, man.
For now.
Well,
for now.
of course.
Mamaya pa darating yung plot twist, pare.
Ito na ba ang biggest what if ni OG? What if?
Oh, that one's gonna hurt. If that's their biggest what if.
Dude.
What if they won that last round?
Dude, that like it was in a golden platter.
Yeah. Before you guys get mad at us, this is the caster curse, so balanced.
So we are not declaring the state of this game.
Yeah.
It is.
We're just cursing them equally.
So curse plus curse equals no curse.
Yeah. It's whoever is just better at this point because we Ginners natin dalawa eh. So
yeah,
it seems like
it got to a point where it's balanced, so it's not bound to curse.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
1 minute left on the clock though. Not much time para dito sa side ng AMJ. Utilities probably pretty thin para sa side ng OG dito. Is this gonna be AMJ taking full advantage of it?
Wow.
Oh, Jabay has a prime position.
It is. They are in a good position. ACx has the peaking advantage on that one. Here comes a push onto onto this site right here.
Ooh,
Yatsby gets 2 big ones.
Heck.
And gets cancelled after that. But it's still pursued for AMJ. Heck is alive. 1v2. We've seen this before. Can it happen again? Absolutely not, says OG.
Oh, yo.
Ties the game.
And we keep on going. I'm still not sure about the OT rules, not gonna lie. But there it is. We just keep on trucking. But I think, yeah, I'm definitely right. It is whoever just gets the most round after 6. But we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Wow. Could you imagine going for a second overtime?
Second overtime would be a nightmare para dito sa AMJ. Because they already forced one.
Yeah,
they forced one.
So they have to win this. AMJ is on like their last straw right now.
Yeah,
they could not get any water from OG again if they forced overtime. But with OG...
Oh, it's first to 4. Oh, now I remember. It's first to 4. I'm so dumb.
Okay.
Actually.
It's okay, man. You're...
Wait, countered me. What is this? What's going on? Heck, gonna get Skybu though. He needs some comforting. Needs the site. 4v5. Secret, Jabay, Yats, and Chumats. Last 4 left alive. Naku po, si Skybu pa'y nawala. Si Skybu pa'y nawala para sa side ng OG.
Okay.
Winnable still though. Jabay is still alive.
Oh, definitely, man. But could you just imagine how many times Jabay gets caught, but the troubled one is always on the end of the stick, which is Vincent. So if Vincent gets caught, it's big for OG. But could you just imagine how much pressure right now? Jabay and Yats on a tear. 10 to 10. Equal score, mga kaibigan. Ito na, the threat lies within as C-Force now. Damn, AMJ.
There it is. First 3 rounds goes to the side, or not first 3 rounds, 2-1 towards the side of AMJ. Grabe. I mean, so far, It has been quite the tight game. Grabe, nawawalan na ako ng hinga actually. I was like, oh my god, I don't think my voice can take maybe another game. And not just that, unfortunately, may cast pa ako right after this.
Oh!
So, tignan natin. I'm gonna maximize my voice anyways because I do love me some Crossfire, my friend.
Dude,
And,
it is the fans, the environment.
fans, of
yeah,
course,
it's for the fans. It's for the environment, man. They're just living it up for everybody here. They're enjoying every bit of Crossfire right now, and I too as well in becoming this huge fan right now, despite me on behind this sort of AR desk. Just imagine I'm screaming out
of AR, bro. It's real.
Oh, it's real. Okay,
it's real, bro.
It's real desk, guys.
There you go.
Okay.
There it is. I was gonna make an example, put my phone on the table and let go, but no. Alright, let's not risk it. But
Hey.
we are back into the game, I think. I think that's what it means when the timer does come out, because I want to go straight in, man. Straight into another OT.
Let's go, man.
I'm on the edge of my seat, not literally, pero my heart is on the edge of the seat. But there it is. 11 para dito sa AMJ. If they can get this remaining two, they basically seal off this one.
Sealing things off. AMJ gets first two. Can they finish this? Can they finish this? They need to. But with OG's chances, well, apparently OG for like they only won one round after AMJ wins 8 consecutive, if my math is correct. No, wait, it's 7. Okay, it's 7 rounds consecutively. Yeah, it's 7. So let's go back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Heck gets one. Here comes the pursuit. The armada of bullets onto OG as Heck finishing off Shumat. We're in for a possible take. Let's see. OG is still on their heels. They are being pressured by AMJ for every sort of angle whatsoever. So Jabaizmir and Skywoo is the saving grace for this one. But that spot is like the creme de la creme, man. You just imagine how many bloods were shed on that angle, and we are seeing it replicated right now for the ones who are in charge, which is AMJ. They are definitely in charge right now, ladies and gentlemen. 10 to 11, 45 seconds left. The action is still packed. The viewers are watching the edge of their seats, really sweating right now. 35 seconds left. Still no anguish or pushing for OG because they are forcing AMJ to go in for that. So, Skywoo, can we see a redeeming Skywoo on this one? So, let's see. 10 to 11, 15 seconds left. Time game. Oh no. OG needs to plant. 10 seconds left.
Speed kit.
Here comes AMJ.
4 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, just in time as well. Oh my word.
They were in a nick of time.
He's still alive too. 1 HP na lang si Jabay dito.
Yeah, he is 1 bullet away from dying. And there's still no members of AMJ capitalizing on that opportunity. Secret headbangs him as he's now down. Puts a bullet. What is that spray?
Oh no!
Tejavu. OG
Oy,
ties
oy,
it
oy.
up.
Is this OD? Man, if they get all 3 rounds here. If they get all 3 rounds, it's still possible. Not gonna lie. 13 is the score line that they do want here. 12 to 12, we go another OT.
Do we wish to see another overtime? If I'm AMJ, do we wish to see another overtime? Of course not.
Of course not, man.
If
It's getting to the wits end na ng games na to, where the mental is so shot from both sides. You've been playing for so long. I think you've been playing for like 2 hours straight now in terms of the Crossfire. That's a pretty long game, but still.
Let's see. 11 to 11. Tie game, guys. You are not blinded because this game is still continuing. Nothing will stop this. The only thing that would stop this is AMJ winning 13 or OG winning 13. I did not mention overtime because that is not what you want for both teams, of course.
Nate's gonna go through. ACx na dito mga sa side. Napakagandang flash galing dito kay Heck. Pinlash na yung langit pero nakita na nga si Heck. He's gonna get banged out of his position. OG, they get the first pick and back off muna. Back off muna ang strategiya dito. Hindi sila pwede magtulak masyadong paharap. Especially knowing meron pang isang tao sa side and that man is gonna be ACx. But they repick it anyways, man. They kind of bait yung bait someone to try and push dito sa may long side but di kumakagat yung AMJ dito. Disiplina muna.
Let's take a look. 50 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. It is not done. Dream at dangerously low as well, but it is a 4v5. AMJ will be able to have some sort of like a sort of change of attitude wherein they just have to give someone off in order to get the intel that they need. So here comes a push. Nice pick off ACx. He gets stopped by Jabizmir.
Yeah.
Vincent retaliates onto
forward.
Yats. Where is the pursuit? He gets a good piss.
Oh!
What a
Tejabu!
fade away by Tejabu. The last bullet before he went to the ground. Put a ring of beauty, Sneaky Frogs.
Grabe, he hits the crouch jump. 2 consecutive crouch jumps as well. Grabe, the movement is on point for your man, Tejabu. Dito sa overtime, palamig lang. But match point para dito sa side ng AMJ.
You are seeing that scoreboard, man.
Am I?
It is 11 to 12.
11.
It is 1 point away, man.
Ayun, there you go. Thank you.
It is,
I was like, I was worried you were pointing out something
No, I was
wrong.
like pointing out that OG could.
They could take the L.
Yeah.
It could be the biggest what if, kagaya nga na sinabi mo.
Dude, this is like the heart-wrenching part of esports. The
Someone has to lose.
The one that got away was that one specific point for OG. Let's see. AMJ, sound the war cry, sound the war horns, and let your voices be heard because it is a series on our hands. Eto na yun, guys. Isang puntos na lang at malalaman natin yung tadhana ng OG at AMJ. Are you team overtime or team AMJ finishing things off? Masyadong mahaba. Overtime or tapos na as OG is retaliating. 3 down. Schumann is now down as well. Here comes the pursuit. Christ, the only one member alive. It's 1v3. There is a threat that lies within because the C4 is now down. Christ throws in the Hail Mary smoke, but it does absolutely nothing.
It's all on Chris.
Oh my god! Sneaky Frog, your eyes does not deceive you. We are going to another overtime.
Oh
my god!
Walang mahalan sa OT. Just like what Drake said. But in Tagalog. Grabe, overtime again and again and again. Both teams refusing to let go of Port in this situation.
Dear
Grabe talaga.
God, man, I could just see my life expectancy went from this to this. My back is hurting. I'm having white hair all over me.
Grabe, welcome to adulting, man. That's me when I turned 22. Pero yun na nga. Pero yun na nga. Yeah. Wow. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. Itong OT natin, pare.
Oh,
they
definitely.
literally just, yeah, they're just straight up. It's like Goku versus Vegeta, man. They're like equally matched that one episode. So you know, it's gotta be someone, man. It's gotta be someone, bro. Pero wala talaga eh. Parehong teams. Their mental is so strong. Their heart is stronger. Hindi sila nagpapatalo ng basta-basta dito. Port is still our map. This is still our third best of 3 of the day. Grabe, OG, ACxMJ hindi nagpapapitaw dito sa ating game number 3 Port. Grabe, it had to be Port, man.
This had to be Port. At
Yeah.
least it's not Ankara.
True.
Well, it could be amazing.
That
like,
would be a nightmare para sa ACx, yeah.
yeah. Just imagine it would be Black Widow or even Mexico, like the last map.
Yeah, Mexico
But-
would be, oh my god.
Oh my God.
Last time na nag-Mexico, maybe we went like 8-1, 9-0, or like 8-1, I think, 7-2. And then, nag-comeback yung kabilang team, and then nag-OT. And I'm like, wow. This is
Good mental, man.
good mental. Good mental mechanics sa mga teams. Knowing your advantages and knowing your disadvantages dito. Grabe, both of the sides really are doing their due diligence dito. We're just gonna have to wait and see after after our mini break here, kasi we gotta set up everything. We gotta set up some stuff dito sa ating game, and we're gonna go roaring for another possible first to 4 dito sa ating game. Ay. It's a long game.
It is a long game.
Guys, wala kaming sandalan.
Diba? Ito meron no.
Guys, I'm actually this tall. Diba?
Yeah.
But I have to do this. Yun nga. Pero yun na nga.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. I'm compensating, diba? When I sit up, it looks very weird. Pero we gotta sit back a little bit here. Chill, syempre. Which these teams should do. They gotta chill. Di pwedeng masyadong stressed. Hindi pwedeng, oh my God.
The stress is gonna break them, man.
Yun nga kasi ito yung sinasabi ko. This is where men are made. Itong overtime. This is where pressure is at its highest, and only the best players really do shine through pagdating sa mga moments na to.
There is so much in store for this that with this overtime, you could just imagine the mental right now. It's like dissipating slowly, but it is a second overtime, so it dissipated instantly like that, like a snap of a finger, like the speed of light or something.
Yep.
So let's go back to the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, because it is close to finishing things off, but sadly, we are waiting for another team to go 4 points up against its enemy. But let's see how this will transpire out. OG versus AMJ. Here comes Utils. Sneaky Frog. This is a very weird lineup for OG. But you could just tell how much they want to have some sort of control on both top and A. What would you say? What would if you were OG? What's the plan?
Run it down mid.
Run it down mid.
Run it down mid, brother. Get that mid control. Get that base control. But at the same time, that's horrible advice for me. I didn't say it was good. I didn't say it was good advice. You just said,
yeah,
give them some advice. Yeah. But
I did.
59 seconds. They're taking their sweet time, dito.
Oh well, they took to heart when you said times the game here, but they are playing good chess right now. If you could just imagine, with all of the things that AMJ is taking. Point out that we should just go aggressive, but no, they're still sticking to their roots, man, which is very wholesome. But if you're AMJ, well, it's different. It's a different thing to be consistent about. Let's go back to the gunshots because it is pandemonium, it's carnage, it's destruction as AMJ is taking over this game. Yachts is the only one that's alive. He flushes up, gets a golden one. 10 seconds left. OG needs to plant, or is the time not favorable for you? Yes, speed kit. My God, clutching things up.
Quick it,
but you were not quick enough, my friend. Amigo. It is now AMJ's round.
Oh, sudden death. No one informed us it was sudden death, pare. But there it is, AMJ.
Hey!
OT is finished. OT is finished. There it is. ACxMJ, congratulations. Run back the phrase. Ano yun? Pinakamalaking what if.
Oh yeah, what if OG won that round? But absolutely, AMJ finishing things off with the amazing.
Kid doesn't have the same oomph, no? Because we already said
because
you had no idea.
Because I really thought like OG can come back this up, man. But
man.
But
it is what it is.
That was it. If I'm heart wrenched for OG right now, man.
Actually.
So
I
was like,
ACxMJ, they're still that good though.
Dude, they're not gonna sleep.
They're not gonna
well
sleep.
at night.
Oh.
Dude, they're just gonna dream about 1 point na lang.
Okay. We would like to salute Mr. Skywoo. Nice try, Idol. You tried, and hopefully we do see you in the other tournaments, no? Kasi grabe talaga si Skywoo, bro. That guy is insane. And
insane.
No? They were this close to beating ACX, guys. They were this close.
It's like this is like the world's smallest violin playing for every member of OG right now.
It's just a sad
And
moment.
what the
13 to
just the
12.
graph is
Yeah, damn.
ridiculous on its own.
Grabe. It's just momentum, and then back and forth. I think as soon as round 20 hit, it's like, okay guys, game na nga. Like, we have to really pull out yung trash
It
talk.
always has to be like that all chat, like, game na nga. Wow. Goodness me. I think I speak to everyone that it was a surprising series, and it closed on a high note. But for not OG, it was for AMJ. Congratulations to AMJ winning home that bacon 500 USD and the champions of Group C advancing to the fall finals. And OG, congratulations as well for your valiant effort in showing the true sportsmanship. And
take a look at the highlights. We have so much.
Oh, we have so much, man. I think
Taking a look at this game, grabe, the first part of the game, I really thought OG did have it sealed out, but the AMJ mental going into this game was just crazy, honestly. Fighting until the very bitter end in this situation just goes to show na, AMJ at the end of the day, they do have the mental here.
the mental, it is in emphasis, guys. You need to have good mental. You need to have mental like AMJ. Everyone from AMJ, if you want to succeed, because a broken mental will be the end of you. I feel like that was a thing that OG missed out on, wherein they have to be like this resilient to win that 1 point, but they crumbled. They crumbled to the pressure that is Deja Vu and Ajax. The pressure. A wise man once said,
Yeah.
"Do you turn your pressure? Do you crumble, or do you turn it into diamonds?"
True. Grabe. And all of us are carbon life forms, but I think that's a bit too deep now. That's way too dank.
It's okay, man.
Way
I
too
feel
deep.
like a very abstract
Oh,
explanation would solve things for
Oh,
like what is a carbon life form.
that is true. That is
But-
just all of us, man. That is
Well,
just all
just-
of us, but it seems like AMJ were the better carbon life forms as of this one. Pero 13 to 12, grabe, ACX. OG were this close into beating out one of the best teams with one of the best snipers in the game. But at the end of the day, it's still ACX. They do have it down. OG, very nice try from all of the members here. We wish to see you in more CF tournaments, hopefully right after this. Hopefully me and Salvatore are casting it, because man, I would not get tired of OG games, that's for sure.
Man, goosebumps
I
all
want to
over.
see OG X. That's what I want to see.
OG.
OG execration. That
Oh,
would have been a banger, bro. That would have
Dude,
been
OG.
absolute banger dapat. Pero yun nga.
Okay, so
Grabe.
we have to.
take a break.
Okay.
Because we are out of breath, we are out of water, we are out of spit at this point, guys. So yun nga, that is it para sa amin dalawa ni Salvatore. For now, we will take a very short break. When we come back, more CFS Masters PH Fall 2023 action coming at you.